I won't bless that guy, that son of a
that son of a that poor son, that poor son, that
son of a bitch.
Okay, I sure hope there's no spooky AI robots voices in here this week, trying to steal our jobs as podcasters. It sure would be bad if AI advanced to the point that they could just replace me with a robot duplicate. Haha, welcome to the Pro Crastinators podcast.
Welcome. We're so soulful, we're so full of human.
Yeah. They'll never replace me. My work here is indispensable.
I couldn't tell if you were trying to do an AI sound and voice.
No.
No, you're just dead inside. That's right.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, that's not what I was going for either, but welcome to the show.
I don't think you're dead inside, Ben. That was just a joke.
Oh, hell yeah. I love it when it's just a joke. Wait, I put some real maple syrup on my oats today, so let's see how that goes.
Is it true that maple syrup is the same name as the alcoholic version? They just call it maple syrup.
What's the alcoholic version?
I don't know. Isn't there like an alcoholic maple syrup drink?
I don't know. Probably. I'm sure you can make some kind of alcohol out of it. Definitely.
Maybe that was a Simpsons joke. Maybe that was just I'm just remembering something that's fake.
You can ferment anything if you put your mind to it.
Even bones?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. Bone beer.
I mean, the giant in Jack and the Beanstalk said he was going to grind your bones to make his bread. And
that wouldn't make very good bread. Or would it?
No. I think you could probably do it a little bit. It would probably be, you can replace the flour in baked goods with a little bit of like bug flour, but just a little bit. I think it's just like kind of like filler material. Like it's technically edible, but it's not like food.
Hmm.
Well, no, bug protein is food. It's probably better than ground bones. It's just chalk. This is pretty good.
Bug beer. This beer is made from fermented centipedes. That's the future, probably.
I have some bug protein, but I've never really eaten it. It doesn't smell super great. It smells kind of neutral. And I think I've said this before, but there's no like recipes for it. You can use it as a substitute in some things, but it's not like it's not like for anything. It's not like good in anything that I'm aware of. Nobody's like, there's a really spectacular bug-based dish you gotta make, bro. It's all like, we put frickin' mealworms on a pizza, and if you don't look at them, then the pizza tastes normal.
It is
hell
interesting,
yeah.
Like thing, like bugs, they're gross. Are they inherently gross? Could there be a situation where people grow up thinking bugs are not gross, and then they could eat bugs?
Yeah, I think so. I think you could get desensitized to it for sure.
It's always such a, like a, what's the word? Sensational sort of thing. Like, ew, bugs on a food? You've gotta be pulling my leg. One
time I went to a restaurant and I ordered a lobster. And I guess the waitress that was serving us was new there. And she was so grossed out by the lobster that she could not deliver it to our table for us. She had to have somebody else do it for her.
They are basically huge bugs.
They are. But I like them to eat.
They're big enough. If you could serve like a giant caterpillar as like a steak.
They're pretty gross. Yeah.
It would be a little more palatable than tiny little lots of them.
I think, no, that would freak me out. I think, like, big fat, like, worms and caterpillars are, like, the most disgusting thing ever. The bigger and fatter, the worse they are.
Yeah, true. I'm just trying to think of, like, why is lobster not so bad? Like, shrimp. Even shrimp.
It is if you look at it.
Like...
No, I get it. If you, like, look at the lobster, like, with its, like, eyes, like, its face, it's like, ew. Horrible. But it's got such succulent meat. Such tender, flaky meat inside when you crack it open.
And crabs as well. They got those beady little dots.
Yeah, but I've never eaten like a whole crab.
I don't think so either. I think I've had a meal at a restaurant that had the crab shell off to the side, and then you could have the meat like a crab cake thing. And I was like, God, that's what he was.
Oh, I've eaten crab legs though. I've eaten crab legs like out of the leg, so that counts. Sorry if I'm like scraping into the microphone. I'm scraping my. I have like my cup is too big, and I got oats way down at the bottom of it, and I gotta extract them. Nom nom nom.
Terrible.
Delicious.
I did my first Fire Emblem stream yesterday.
I saw that. I missed it for a while, but I caught the tail end of it.
Yeah, it was good. It was Fire Emblem, and
was it fire? Excited. Was it fire, bro?
I would say it's fire.
Hell yeah.
You move your little guys around, and they do a little funny animation when they attack someone, and there's a lot of strategy involved in deciding where to put people so that when the enemy moves, you don't guarantee death on your part. It's great.
I was shocked to learn that the first Fire Emblem was called like Fire Emblem, the Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Glory or whatever.
The Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, yeah.
Okay. Why didn't they just call it Fire Emblem if it's the first game? The first Final Fantasy was just called Final Fantasy. That's so weird.
I don't know. All of them have a name. I think none of them technically have a number in the title. Like, even the ones I call Fire Emblem 7, that's just called Fire Emblem, because it was the first English one.
Well, so they must
but
have set out...
But it had, like, a Japanese subtitle that wasn't translated. And then Fire Emblem 8 was the Sacred Stones, and that was just called the Sacred Stones.
Oh. So the first Fire Emblem didn't get ported to America, or did it? Or not to America, to the West. Okay. I know Japanese love their subtitles, and that's why like Mega Man had all those like funny subtitles to all that didn't get ported into English. But I don't know. The first Final Fantasy was just called Final Fantasy, so it's like it makes me think that they must have been like, this is going to be a series, like as they were making it, and like this chapter we'll call it Shadow Dragon Blade of Light, and next chapter will be something else.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know the story behind all these games. I've learned that the second game, Fire Emblem Gaiden, is a like half remake of the first game, but with like a chapter 2. Like you replay the story of the first game, but then there's more. It feels like
there's more.
Like, how much are they going to change it? It's all still on the NES. But yeah, I don't know. Are there many like installments just intended to be one-offs that have a subtitle? Because Final Fantasy, I remember hearing that was like the guy who made it was like, this is my last try at making a video game. This is my Final Fantasy, and it was successful.
That's what they say. Hang on, I'm trying to find my lighter. I'm gonna light a candle because my laundry smells really bad right now, and I should really wash it.
Wait, you finding your lighter to light your laundry on fire?
I'm gonna light a scented candle to absorb this.
Oh, I missed that part.
No, I'm gonna find my lighter so I can
burn it all away.
No, so I can light up this blunt so I can get so high that I don't notice it anymore. You see?
Oh, I'm clever.
I'm actually okay. No, what the fuck? Hey, 1 second. 1 second.
A few moments later.
Found it. It was near my plug because it's one of those electric ones that you have to recharge. So that's why it wasn't on the table where it was supposed to be. Aha. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
I'm reading the thing about Fire Emblem. I don't think I've found an explanation for the title, but apparently it was conceived by designer and writer Shozu Kaga. He wanted to combine the strategic elements of Intelligent Systems' previous simulation project, Famicom Wars, with the story, characters, and world of a traditional RPG role-playing game influenced by Kure Software's First Queen. So
First Queen? Oh, that's the name of the game.
Whoa, it was also praised for featuring one of the first LGBT relationships in video games? Wow.
You're so-and-so's first queen.
Yeah. The game was not localized initially in America as a result of homophobic backlash. Wow.
Really? Wait, the first Fire Emblem was?
Yeah.
Who's gay?
I'm skimming
Who's
this.
gay in Fire Emblem?
Uh,
How could they do this?
in the praised marriage scene with Roy, Prince of a neighboring kingdom. Roy? I thought he was from a different game. Hang on.
Roy is homosexual all along?
Is Marth and Roy?
How could he do this to me?
Wait. So Marth is the one who says Roy's our boy. Roy's my boy. That's probably what it is.
Wait, actually?
I don't know. I'll find out when I play the game, I guess.
I can't. That would mean that Smash Bros. Has gay lovers in it as well.
Oh my goodness.
This changes everything.
It's probably not the same, Roy. The Fire Emblem series is not like canonical to each other.
Why would they put more than one Roy?
I don't know. Maybe it's just like a nobody side character. He's a prince of a neighboring kingdom. Maybe they just say, "Oh, and he sucks dick for fun."
Fire Emblem was not canon to each other?
No, they're all like different universes. They have similar
like Final Fantasy, I see.
Yeah, so like they all have the same sorts of magic and swords and stuff, but like the continent is always different, the name of the world, the name of the kingdoms.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing passes over except for when they do fan service, dimension hopping stuff to bring Marth back. Or some sort of Marth
Is it just for Marth?
It's usually just for Marth. Like in Fire Emblem Awakening,
I gotcha.
They remember like an ancient hero called Marth, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this one is connected.
Maybe it's a different Marth.
It could be.
Maybe
I think it's supposed to be the same.
Maybe there's always, in every different version, there's always a Marth. There's always a man. There's always a lighthouse, etc. Okay, Fire Emblem. What do you think? Good series, bad series? Judge it.
Well, I'm gonna play all the games, and then I can say that for sure.
Okay.
But I enjoy the ones I've played, so yeah, it's a good series. It's fun doing strategy on a little battleground.
It looked, I tuned in for a minute, and I saw you moving your little dudes around. And you ever play Advance Wars?
Yes, it's very similar.
Is it very similar? Okay. Yeah.
Well, very similar, just in terms of it being a grid-based strategy, move your guys around the board sort of thing.
Move your guys around and like try and get them into an advantageous position, or like use the right guys against the right other guys to maximize your damage versus them and minimize your losses, right?
Yeah, except in Advance Wars, I think I've only played one of them, and it was on DS, so I don't know how it usually is. But like,
I think the first one was on the GBA, so you might have played the sequel. Is there a sequel?
There's
maybe
they made a
bunch
remake of Advance Wars games, but
oh, okay.
Your character is the commander, and you're controlling a bunch of faceless soldiers, so units. So you don't mind them dying as long as you can replace them and win the battle eventually. But in Fire Emblem, every single unit is a unique person with a character, and you don't want them to die because of that. So it's sort of it sort of incentivizes not losing anybody, because once they've died, they are no longer available, and if you lose too many people, later chapters might become impossibly difficult.
Indeed.
So I try not to lose anyone. I did lose one person before you arrived.
No,
because the first game seems a little more tough, a little more like, a
little more for hardcore gamers.
A little bit. It's not that difficult yet, but there's a bunch of chapters to go, apparently.
It's okay. That's war.
That's war for you.
That's war for you. Yeah.
Fire Emblem. Come to twitch.tv/giveandtake every Saturday for some period of time during the day, and I'll be streaming Fire Emblem, and I put the first one up on Gibbon Gaming on YouTube. if you didn't catch it.
I should stream again this week. I should definitely do that. I did not stream for the last like 2 or 3 weeks because I've been working on the book. Oh my god. I'm done. I'm done with the stupid book.
You're done?
I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to send the files to the printer today for a test copy to get printed. And then I can just leave that alone while they print it, and then
Hell yeah.
I know. It's incredible. Like this is the first time I feel like I've actually made like a stride towards having it done in like a long, long time. What a fucking I know. It's fire. You know what? I'll send her the message right now, actually.
Oh my god, live progress.
Dear Mei Zhang at Guangzhou Hangtong Packing Products. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. This might actually take a minute. I don't actually want to do it. I mean, I do though, because...
Well, take a minute.
Wait,
I'm going to read the Fire Emblem wiki and see if I can figure out the name thing.
I see. What time is it? It's 8? Oh, it's like midnight there. Okay, never mind. Right. Okay, you know what? No, actually, I'm not going to send it until like this afternoon, because then it'll be like midday. It'll be tonight. It'll be like daytime Monday on Monday when she gets it, and that seems like the appropriate time to send something like that. So I'm not going to send it. I won't send it right now. But yeah. That's gonna be cool. And then once it's off to the printer, I've been fucking around with a green screen in my room, trying to take like videos and get the effect looking right, and it's been a mixed success. The effect I was going for, where like my teeth glow, it actually works really well. Like the teeth actually show up really well under the black light. It's just like kind of gross looking, and it's like almost like more gross than I wanted it to look.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I can kind of appear gross on camera.
It's looking a little. I mean, whatever. It's fine. I'll just if I use the right filters and make it look intentional, it'll be okay. The effect mostly works. I just have to make it like look. I just have to compose a good shot using it, I think, and then it'll be. And then I can't actually film the trailer until I have the book, because the point is that I want to like have the book and show the book off in the trailer. So, yeah, and then so that's done. So I can hopefully stream this week, and I can start working on Beastcapades, getting that Perfect Comic Party content rolling out.
Yeah,
haven't touched that, but now it's time.
Before we move on to talking about that, Fire Emblem. In early stages of the project, it was called Battle Fantasy Fire Emblem. And then in early advertising, it was called Hono no Monsho, Emblem of Fire. So it doesn't explain why they decided to call it Shadow Dragon.
Did you know?
Blade of Light.
Did you know in Japan, Blade of Fire was called Fire Emblem was called Emblem of Fire. Wow.
Listen.
Yeah.
I love video games.
I love Japan, period.
Yes.
And gaming. True. All right.
Truth.
Granted.
Okay, so no information I can see about why it's got a title, but whatever.
Don't you think it's odd that the first one came out with such a specific subtitle, as though it were part of a series?
I mean, maybe if I read more closely, I can find out. But yeah, it is a little weird. Maybe it was some sort of marketing thing like, it's not fantastical enough. Put a dragon on there.
Yeah,
put a blade of light
dragon
on there.
and a blade of... Yeah, it is a very dramatic title. Maybe just thought it was attention grabbing.
Yes, so Perfect Comic Party.
Yeah.
Clarissa Gunsmoke is coming along. Last week, I basically got to the end of chapter 4 for line art, and then this coming week, I'm going to be doing shading and speech bubbles and like action lines and any extra little tweaks I need to do. And hopefully I can get most of it done next week. I've got like a system where I'm counting how many pages I do per hour, and also how many hours I manage to focus per week.
That's good.
So I'm averaging, for line art at least, 0.48 pages per hour. So it's not too bad.
You can do a page in 2 hours? I guess it depends on the page.
It does, yeah, it does. Depends on the page. Some, obviously, it's just, I want to keep gathering data for it so that I have like a more accurate average score. I
used to, it depended on the page. I think I remembered back when I was drawing like the champion, I think it would generally take me around like 8 hours or so to draw a page of that. And you know, sometimes it took 10 or 12 on a tough one, and sometimes it would take 4 or 6 on like a simple one. And Phantom's Revenge was like much less than, not Phantom's Revenge, so Slime and Punishment was like generally much less than that by design. Okay, question. How much Clarissa do you want to put in an issue of the Perfect Comic Party?
Well, I've vaguely already, since I did the sketching and blocking out a while ago, that was all like, okay, roughly 20 pages per chapter. Some bit more, some bit less, mostly a bit less. So yeah, 20 pages.
20. Okay. 20, I mean, how often was this going to be? I thought we talked about making this like a weekly thing, but like, or did we talk about it being a monthly thing?
I don't think we decided ultimately. I think weekly is a little too much.
Weekly seems like a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A monthly little thing could be good, because that would give me plenty of time to do an entire chapter and then work on like gathering the rest of the stuff for the comic and putting it together.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, do you think that, like, would you want to keep doing, like, 20 pages of Clarissa a month?
If I can.
I
mean,
do you think that, yeah.
I mean, I have, like, how many chapters? 4, 5 more chapters? I'm not entirely sure. I should double check again. But, yeah. I mean...
Okay.
Sometimes I might not have a chapter ready, and it'll just be... We'll either have other stuff...
Yeah.
Or it'll...
or not have others,
back.
just skip it, yeah. Okay. Alright, sounds good. Well, like I said, I haven't even started working on my Beastcapades contribution. You know, I have to... I actually think I have to go back and reread all of Beastcapades, because I know I had a lot of ideas that were going on in that story, and I remember, I think, most of the big ones, but I think I had a bunch that I've probably forgotten, and I should probably go back and read it and remind myself, like, oh yeah, that was there. Like, oh yeah, no, he was going to do this.
Yeah.
There were a lot of little details. In the town, I remember there was a bunch of shops, and I remember what some of them were, and I think there's one or two that I didn't see the inside of, and I got to refresh myself on what's there.
Yeah, it's one of those things with like larger stories that keep like getting bigger.
Beastcapades. Like, oh yeah, no, go on.
There's like things in earlier parts of Clarissa and my notes that I want to like sprinkle in to be hints for future.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also like, when I was doing Lord of Ghosts, there was a lot of like, oh, I gotta make sure, you know, that it lines up with canon story, because those characters are in there, and
right,
and RFCK and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that there's a slime sea, but then I'm also going across the ocean, so it's like there's the slime sea is the Grand Canyon, so there's also desert after that. I had to pay attention. My brother was telling me that there was a thing he did where when he was thinking of a cool story, he would try and write a wiki for it.
I'm thinking about the geography now of like setting sail into the Grand Canyon and get crossing the sea to wind up in England. It's just like
yeah, it's very silly.
Yeah.
But yeah, like writing a wiki and having articles is really quite helpful. for your own like remembering of stuff.
Oh, yeah, I see.
I might end up doing that. Maybe just a personal like private wiki or just a series of Google Docs that act like one.
Yeah.
Because it might have spoilers in it.
That's interesting. Me and some friends a long time ago, we started a creative exercise that was like, you start a wiki and then someone like writes an article about a fantasy world, and then you add a couple hyperlinks to it that don't link to anything, but they're like very specific sounding things. And then you pass it off to the next person, and someone else picks one of those links that don't link to anything, and then they write the article about like, what was it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
It was pretty cool. We were sort of building, for the short while we were doing it, we were building a sort of like it was a bit sort of Final Fantasy. I would say it was sort of a Final Fantasy meets Mad Max. It was like a desert apocalypse planet, but there was sort of a like Midgar city that was like floating above like the desolate like desert planet, and there was a big like Final Fantasy VII Midgar class disparity, capitalist dystopia thing going on with that. It was pretty neat.
I like the idea of like having an article about like a just some plant that's an alien plant that only exists in your like made up world, but there's like documents about it, like what it looks like. I like the idea of filling out like an encyclopedia like that, but it's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's fun though. I want to do that.
I am planning to, and this is another thing that, you know, it's not as high priority maybe as like Beastcapades, because that's like I would consider that somewhat of an obligation at this point that I got to do that. But another thing that I want to do now that the book is off to ship and I don't have to think about it too hard for a while is I want to prepare to run a little like tabletop game. I found one called Paranoia that I thought sounded kind of weird and interesting, and I want to run maybe not a one shot, but like maybe a short, like a couple of sessions game of that. Which is something I haven't done in a long time, is run a game of that sort. Paranoia is, I almost think it sort of sounds like it's meant to be like a parody almost of tabletop role-playing games, but it's one of those parodies that like internally takes itself seriously. Like it's not a comedy. It's more like a commentary. And you know what I mean? Am I making sense here?
What's the paranoia? Is it like you imagine there being monsters there?
No. The plot of Paranoia is basically that it takes place in a like cyberpunk sort of like techno future where like everyone lives under a like surveillance state that is run by this like sort of all-seeing like techno AI controller program. And basically in Paranoia the characters all play as, you're all like debuggers or whatever for this AI, which basically means you're like cops, but you're like cyber cops, but some of you might be like communist spies or something. So the game is about, I guess you do missions for the AI, but also a goal in the game is to like credibly accuse your fellow players and try to out them to the computer as like communist spies and get them executed. And like doing this is good for you. Then you want to prevent them from doing it to you. So you sort of try to kill each other, but also you've all got like backup clones that like if you die, you have some backup clones that you can come back as. So you have like multiple lives at the same time. There's kind of a lot to it. And I have only sort of briefly read through the manual, but I thought it sounded interesting. So I'm going to try and give that a shake pretty soon. They like remade a bunch of newer editions for it. I think it's from like the late 80s, but I think they made a new edition as recently as like the aughts. So like That's weird. And that's a thing that I'm gonna do. Hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Dungeons or Dragons. Choose
Neither.
your poison.
Neither one. Computers. Instead of they should have just called the game Computers and Computers instead of Dungeons and Dragons.
Numbers and
Nimrods. Did I already talk about the word Nimrod? Did we discuss the word Nimrod?
Yes.
Okay.
Something
all right.
something it used to be a
Elmer
word.
Fudd. Bible.
Hunter.
Bugs Bunny defeated the Bible, but actually it was Daffy Duck. Okay, we've been over this.
Yeah.
Anyone who's a regular PCP listener will already know the deep lore about Nimrod.
Yeah.
I must have had a dream where I had an idea for a video I wanted to make.
A dream for an idea?
Okay, as I said, I remember that when I talked about Nimrod, I was like, what if I made a video explaining that? But now I was just thinking that thought, and I was like, oh, yeah, yesterday I had another idea like that was like, hey, I know it's not a lecture, but maybe I should make that as a video. Maybe that would be a good, like, quick video to make. But now I'm thinking about it, I can't think of the idea. So either I forgot the idea, or I merely dreamed that I had such an idea, and there was not actually any idea like that.
Oh, it's like that daydream Homer Simpson has. It's like, I gotta think of something incredible, an invention that will change the world, and he has a dream about it. And he's like, Homer Simpson, you've done it. This is the greatest invention the world has ever seen. And like Homer's trying to see what's in the guy's hand, and you just can't see it.
Oh, I don't remember that one. Is that the one where he invents the electric hammer? It
could be. There's and it's I can't remember the way he puts it. He calls it the invention in question instead of saying what it is.
The invention in question. I remember an episode where he invents something, and I don't remember what it is, but I remember he also invents an electric hammer. And
he invents the chair protect from falling backwards hinges thing.
Right. The chair protect from falling backwards hinges thing.
That's probably what he would call it.
Oh, and he invents the makeup shotgun. But that one's bad.
Yes.
Okay, I have seen this episode, but I don't remember that gag that you're describing.
Let me try and find it. It's a good gag. Because it's the exact same thing. You imagine. I
imagined that I had an idea, but when I tried to see what it was. Ben Saint, the video you made was the best idea for a video that anyone's ever had.
Oh yeah, this is the one.
Got 8 million views on its first week on the platform. Congratulations, you've made $1 million. You're the genius who invented the product in question.
If only I could think of an invention. Something that would really make money. Must concentrate and work harder than I've ever worked.
This isn't a daydream, this is just a regular dream.
Congratulations, Mr. Simpson. This invention of yours has made us all rich, especially you. It's simple yet ingenious, and it fits right in the palm of your hand. Every person in America now owns one of these, and in many cases, 3 or 4.
Could I just get a look at that?
No, why would you need to see it? You're the genius who invented the product in question.
But could I just...
Now, don't worry. You'll get to see it just as soon as we unveil our new ad campaign.
Let me see, out of the way!
Homer, wake up! There's still a few minutes till our usual bedtime.
Stupid bitch wife. Stupid bitch whore of a wife getting in the way of my important work as a science man.
I really like the line at the end. Homer, wake up! It's still a few minutes till our regular bedtime. Like, it's not the morning.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
Like she wanted to go to bed at the same time.
You can't like you have to stay awake for another little bit before we go to bed. It's still a few minutes. Yeah, I was like, I just wanted to make my hatred of women explicit so fast, and I wasn't even concentrating, and I missed that joke. But thanks for pointing it out for me.
It's exactly what
Hell
you
yeah.
had. You had your bitch wife knock you out of your sleep. You had a video idea. It was coming to you.
My bitch wife is reality. My woman, she's a bitch whore. Have I talked about how good the latest Todd in the Shadows is?
Oh no, I have not seen.
Do you watch One Hit Wonderland?
Nope.
I feel like I brought...
You've brought up Todd in the Shadows every day for the last 150 episodes.
I knew it. I knew it. And you keep letting me do it to make a fool of me. Just like my bitch wife does. That's the line. That's literally the line not in Your Woman by Whitetown, but in My Woman, the song that the sample that everyone thinks is the Imperial March. Da, 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 da. The line that what's his name? Frickin' the guy who was the detective in Roger Rabbit, the one that he lip synced. Todd plays the little clip that he goes, "My woman makes a fool of me." Yes, true. It's connected. It all connects. Yes, true.
Don't know what he's talking about.
No, I definitely did bring that up. I definitely did bring that up because I remember last episode I hummed the ba 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 ba, and you said Imperial March, and I said no. You've fallen for the trap.
Yep.
Yes, it's all coming back to me. Someone should like list every time on a PCP episode that Ben Saint says, hey, let me talk about this thing. Did I talk about this on a previous episode? And then the rank, like how many times yes he did or yes I didn't. And I'll bet the answer is mostly yes I did.
Yeah.
I feel like every week I'm like, I want to talk about something, but I'm pretty sure I talked about it already, and I don't remember.
It's just because you're getting old and decrepit, and your brain is falling into small pieces.
You know what I feel like is getting old and decrepit about me personally? It's a great subject. Let's explore that. You know what I think I'm losing my ability to do is to chew a lot of food for an extended period of time.
No, that's horrible.
I find myself
Oh no.
I find myself more often when it's specifically when I'm eating like snacks, when I've indulged myself in some crackers. Listen, I bought some rice crackers the other day, which is not something I normally eat because I can't be trusted around salty snacks of that sort. So I bought some like sea salt rice crackers, and I was just eating the whole box of them. And yeah, my jaw just got tired from all the chewing. And I was like, I can't move my jaw sufficiently. I have to put them down. I have to put them down.
I don't think that's an old person thing. I think that's just a eating too much thing.
I feel like it's happening more often than it used to. But maybe it's just my eating habits have changed.
Yeah, now you go all the time.
I don't do that all the time, but just occasionally when I get my hands on something, I do that, and like I don't have like the muscular endurance in that region of my body anymore. I'm can't keep up with it.
You're not getting any jaw gains. That's the problem.
I'm not getting any jaw gains. My lifts stumbled. My lifts stumbled yesterday. I did not make much progress on my lifts, and I feel like maybe I'm not sleeping enough or maybe I'm not eating enough because I've plateaued. I plateaued a little bit on my squat. I plateaued on my bench press. Even on my curls. Even on curls for the girls.
Is that not normal?
It's normal.
Like, for when you haven't exercised in a while, the first part is easy, and then it plateaus, it gets a little harder.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Everyone hits plateaus eventually. But I've definitely lifted more. I've squatted more, and I've deadlifted more than I did the other day, and so you hate to plateau. Whenever you hit a plateau, it's like, well, how do I get past it? And first thing I'm thinking, I'm gonna try to sleep more and maybe eat a little more because I've I've not been eating. I was eating a bunch, and I cut back by a few hundred calories the last like week or two, and I felt like I was like getting myself under control. I was like, I've been eating too much. Let me rein it in a little bit, and I have reined it in a little bit, but maybe I reined it in too much. You know, think about it.
There's
Here,
like
Yeah. What?
I was gonna segue into talking about drawing.
Oh,
Like
wait.
I haven't
Wait.
drawn in a while, and so like I'm
Yeah,
also
okay.
getting like it's easy to start building up again. Like the gains is like 0 pages per day. Well, now I'm doing like 1 or 2 or 3, but now it's getting harder to like increase that further.
3 pages a day is wild.
I mean, I am a very simple draw person, and they're not like completed pages. They're just the line art. I've already done the sketch, so it's not as
Well-
much work as it sounds.
Okay, I mean, sure. I mean, that's still pretty good.
It is pretty good. It's like a page where the two people are talking and their faces are close, so I don't need to draw the entire body or the entire head, just sometimes just the
Oh
eye.
man, I love
it's like
it.
it's easy.
I love it when there's an excuse for like I don't actually even have to actually draw that much on this page
Yes.
because it's still a page. It still counts.
It's an
and as
important
long-
page. Every
Yeah.
page has a story and an amount of ink.
Haha.
Some of them have less.
I'm gonna be really fancy, and I'm gonna make the next page is just a full like 1 panel close up shot of the face talking and making a dramatic expression. Haha, everyone's gonna think I'm such a genius because this page is so dramatic, but it's really easy. It's the easiest page I've ever drawn because it's just 1 panel, it's just 1 face. It's
I
so
just-
simple.
I do that a lot. I do a lot of those.
There's nothing wrong. Especially in comics, there's nothing wrong with taking the easy way out. You gotta do it as much as you can.
Oh, of course. Because,
Yeah.
like, making every panel beautiful, and you realize that people read it, like, they don't notice these things. As long as it looks okay.
Yeah.
And when there's an important action scene or an important moment, you spend a little extra time to make it look nice.
Mhm.
They'll remember the nice looking panels, and they'll forget, like, the in-between ones that just move from A to B.
Yeah. There's so many shite panels in Slime and Punishment. So many shite panels. But there's a couple that are nice too, and that's the important thing.
Yeah, so Clarissa's coming along. I am happy with it. I am happy with how it's going.
How much more do you have to do?
For this chapter, there's like the last page, line art, and then shading. So shading, I don't know. I don't know whether to like.
Do you have to go back and shade all the panels that you did line art for already?
Yeah, so like 20
Okay.
pages of shading. So it's not going to take 0 seconds, but
Yeah.
less time than line art probably for most of them. Sometimes shading is really just a bit of shadow under the hair or wherever it needs to be,
Yeah.
and then that's it. It's all done. I don't know whether
I
to like
gotcha.
switch, because before I didn't really know how to do like dots. What are they called? The little dots. Half color, half tones,
Screen tones.
screen tones. I didn't know how to do that for the early Clarissa chapters because I was stupid and I didn't know how to Google it. So I just did like a layer of like low opacity or gray like ink, and I would just put the ink on where shadows should be. But now I know how to do the screen tones. Should I switch? Should I change the style of it, or just keep going
What
the way it looks before?
from like flat shadows to screen
flat
tones?
gray to screen tone? Yeah.
Um,
Obviously, screen tones are
There's-
not easier to use. They're you have to really think about the size of the dots and how it will look on a page
Well,
when it's printed, or like
I mean,
the size at which people will see it on a screen changes the way it looks.
screen tones exist because they made shading possible in in a printing environment that could only use flat blacks. And that's not,
Yes.
so they aren't really necessary. They're really just a stylistic choice for you. So use them if you want. Just use them when they look good.
I suppose so. It's a little, because it's weird to have just some of it being screen tones.
No, it's not.
It feels weird though, because I get just from examples I've seen, people either use them or they don't.
Whenever an artist does something they don't usually do, people say, they're trying new stuff. They're growing as an artist. How heartwarming.
That they wouldn't say that.
What would you think? I don't know. I feel like
I guess I would be. I wouldn't care.
If an artist you like, if suddenly they use screen tones and they never used screen tones before, you'd be like, huh, they used a screen tone.
I guess,
right?
Yeah, I guess it's not a real. I just don't want it to look worse, because screen tones are easier to fuck up because there's you can make it look okay from whatever like zoom level you're looking at when you're drawing it, but then you zoom out to like a normal scale or zoom in.
The zoom can fuck the digital screen tones. The zoom can fuck up. That's true.
Yeah, so I'm like, what do I do about that? Because I have designed Clarissa and Lord of Ghosts to be like printable and like work well for a printed medium, just in case I felt like doing that. And I guess I'd have to think really hard about the size of stuff.
So
but that's hard. That's a whole lot of stuff to think. Because I don't know exactly the size of the paper that I'm going to use if I do print it. It could do the same as Lord of Ghosts. It could be a little smaller. Not sure.
So, this printer, because I told you that I really wanted to get these guys to print it, even though they ghosted me because their prices were like way better than anyone else I could find. They gave me a quote, and the prices they quoted me for printing for Slime and Punishment are like the cost falls off so much, even from like the difference between like 100 copies to like 300 copies. It's like literally. Well, I'll tell you. The price for 100 books is about like $13 to $14 plus like $2 or $3 in shipping for each book. So that comes to like around $15 to $16. For if I print 300 books, the price is like $5 to $6 plus $2 for shipping each book. So it's
that's
like
really cheap.
Yeah, like you print 300 pieces for literally only like you could print 3 times as many books for literally only like 50% more costs, right? So like the price falls off really fast.
How many pages does your thing have? And their color as well.
The full color pages it would be even cheaper if it were. I think it came to 264 pages, including like all the stuff. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know, it's pretty big.
I should use whatever you're using next time.
I'll order these print copies and I'll see if they are shite, and if they why do I keep saying it like that?
Have you been watching some British YouTubers?
No, never. I would never do that. Yeah, if they're good, yeah, I will refer you to these guys because they have. I looked at a bunch of printers. I asked many different printers, and nobody had prices like these people. So there's a non-zero chance that I'll get the test copies and they will suck, and I'll say, "Oh, that explains it." But we'll see.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what's the likelihood? It's from China, right? So
yeah,
they're probably
Guangzhou Hangtong, and I'm sure I'm saying that wrong.
They have access to cheaper labor? I don't really know what's going on.
Oh no,
with China.
but even compared to other Chinese companies, this company was like significantly cheaper than anyone else that I've talked to. Like I was only asking Chinese printing companies on Alibaba. That's where I was looking.
Yeah, I have no idea. That sounds like it's either a monopoly holder or they're going to go out of business soon.
I mean, I was talking to them 6 months ago, and they are still they're still going.
Or third option, that the product sucks. But
I wonder if they are like a monopoly holder. I mean, I have no way of knowing if like one of these companies is like much huger. Maybe I could actually look around and find out about that. Yeah, I don't know if this is like an especially big company or a small one.
That's pretty cool though, because if you get it really cheap, you won't have to charge so much for it.
I know.
And then people are more able to say, "Oh, hell yeah, I'll buy that."
I mean, this is if I could charge $20 for it. That would probably be like really, because I mean, okay, the shipping is going to be. I'm concerned about the shipping. I would like if I could send it with media mail. Media mail would save me so much money on shipping, but you can only use media mail in America, and these packages are going to be big, especially if I add like bonus stuff like freaking little slime bottles and like crystals and stuff and podrins, you know? Like technically that stuff would disqualify it for media mail. I think I could probably still get away with using media mail because it's a book, cuz like what are they going to check every package and see that there's a crystal in there? But only in America. I feel like shipping alone is going to be like $15-$20, maybe more, for international shipment on a lot of these. So I'm probably going to have to incorporate that into the price as well. I don't see the price being under like 30, but like honestly, for a 200-page full color book, I feel like 30 is like a very, very reasonable price for something like that, and I'll feel good if I can charge that much, and that will like account for how freaking expensive international shipping is going to be on all of this junk.
What's the dimensions of the book?
I went with 8.5 by 11 landscape.
8.5 by 11. It's pretty big.
Regular printer paper size. Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's pretty big. I'm really excited. I'm excited. I asked her for a quote, for a second quote. She quoted me the price, and then I asked her like, "Hey, what if I change the paper type?" And then a few days went by, and I didn't get an answer, and I was like, "Oh no, I pushed too hard. I asked too many questions. She's ghosted me again." But no, she did get back to me 2 days ago. So now I'm like, all right, it's fine. I know everything I need to know. I'm just gonna give her the files and be like, okay, let's do it. Let's freaking do this. Let's freaking do this. I hope she won't mind if I ask her to print, because I want to test print 2 copies with 2 different, like slightly different color schemes to compare like which filter looks better, and also on 2 different paper weights to just see like, is the heavier paper worth the extra price, or is it just as good on the lighter paper and it's not, and it's cheaper too? So
it will, if it like that many pages, paper weight might change like the weight enough for like the weight class in transferring a large package.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, it'll cost more for me to ship if it's heavier too. For them, they said that like with the lighter paper would make for 100 pieces, the printing cost would be 12. It actually doesn't increase the shipping cost by much at all. It increases the cost of printing them from like $12 a copy at 100 pieces to like $14. So, it's an increase, but honestly, it doesn't make... Yeah, if I'm printing 300 pieces, the price changes from like $5 a copy to like $6 a copy. Oh, those margins. Oh, God, those margins. If I sell 300 copies and I can get each one for like $6 a piece, that'd be incredible. I'm salivating. I'm salivating at the potential margins.
Nice.
Gib, I love money. I love money so much.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's like thinking of, I don't know, when I execute a plan, and the plan turns a profit, it's like, how did I do that? it's insane. You ever study thermodynamics in uni? You ever take a class on thermodynamics? You know about the Carnot cycle?
Is that when you get it's like a bicycle?
The Carnot cycle, it's how like the frickin', oh god, I'm gonna butcher this explanation. It's how like a frickin' combustion engine works. It's when you take like a thermodynamic environment, like a sealed chamber of gas, right? And you do a little, how does it fucking work? It's like you compress while keeping the temperature that you compress it while keeping the pressure the same. You reduce the volume, but you keep the temperature the same, and then you expand while you keep the pressure the same, and then you reduce while you keep the volume the same, and then you heat up while you keep the temperature the same. Whatever. You do.
I see.
Yes,
I see.
yes, whatever. It's a series of mechanical changes to the thermodynamic environment that you do, and in doing so, you create excess energy, and then the engine siphons off that extra energy you create through this thermodynamic process, and that's the source of the energy from like a combustion engine. And it's like, I don't know, when I make something, and then the last couple of Kickstarters I've done, I like, hey, I did all this stuff, I did all this setup, and then I did a Kickstarter, and then I made a bunch of money on it. And it's like, I did a successful cycle. I did a big loop around the Carnot cycle, and I got to the end, and then I squeezed it out, and a bunch of money squirted out.
Yeah.
Do you know exactly what I'm talking about? Don't pretend you don't know exactly what I'm talking about.
Do you mean like, and then you take that money and then you make a new project and then you do a Kickstarter for that project and it's like the cycle keeps going? Is that what you're getting at? Or are you just saying, I like when it's like I'm driving a car through and get money out of it?
It's like, no,
it spins my wheels.
It's just the satisfaction of seeing a plan come together. It's like, I love it when a plan comes together, Like I set up, I did all this work and I made this thing, and then hey, I sold it and people bought it and it all worked out. I hope that happens. I hope that happens with Slime and Punishment. If as many people buy Slime and Punishment as bought Vapors 2, I will be stoked as heck about that. That would be like, that's all I could ask for.
I'm definitely buying one.
Oh, thank you. It's gonna be really nice. Okay, the book's it's gonna look really nice as a book. I really think it's gonna look like, mwah. As long as this printer doesn't suck. And if this printer sucks, then I'll use a different printer, one that makes it look, mwah. It's just gonna look really good. I'm excited.
I'm still a little fucked up about the Lord of Ghosts Kickstarter.
Oh, the plush?
No, the pumped plush was the one that failed. The Lord of Ghosts succeeded.
Oh, you're fucked up because... Why are you fucked up about it? Because it was expensive?
It was expensive and stressful, and I don't like doing mailing to countries all over the world. Yeah,
you know what? I can look back and laugh now, but yeah, I do remember that after the Vapors 2 Kickstarter, there was like, what was it, like 10 months wherein I had to write the Vaporette scripts and get the Vaporette and get the comics drawn, and then I was doing the doodles on the inside covers, It actually was like really hard. It took a really long time. I forgot about that. But that was like 2 or 3 years ago now.
Yeah. I want to maybe do a similar thing for Clarissa when that's like a thing. Or maybe just... It's a lot of pages, the entire thing, so maybe I should make chapters that you could buy. There's also like Amazon as like the potential to like have it be on Amazon for you to print, like send, like Amazon will print and send a copy to you.
Yeah, print on demand.
I will probably go that route in the future.
Yeah,
just because it's nice to have a
understandable.
real thing, but it's also like, God, I'm not a distribution company. I can't handle all that.
Well, I might do okay. I think for Slime and Punishment, I'm not gonna do. One of the things that was really hard was the like drawings of the inside cover. Just because I went like really hard on like the detail in those. Slime and Punishment, it's gonna have the pages are gonna be black. So I might do I might offer like a doodle, like a signature and a doodle, but it would genuinely have to be like a doodle. Because I would do it in like an opaque gel pen, like a white gel pen or something, or I'd probably use a green one because slime, haha. So I might do that. It wouldn't do like full page like illustrations like I did on some of those.
Yeah,
because that was like, I kind of charge people like a lot because they put so much effort into those, and on this it's like. I just don't think I want to have such a production on that, like on the post print side of things. So that, and then I won't have any. The vaporettes was like one of the hardest parts about that, and for Slime and Punishment there won't be any of that. All the work of actually what's going to go into the actual book is all done and taken care of. So like, thank God I won't have to worry about anything like that this time, because that was such a process. And then what else? Shipping will still be a nightmare, but it's okay. Only one nightmare is acceptable. An acceptable amount of nightmares.
I'm just gonna try and keep on with my drawing schedule.
Yeah.
5 days a week, 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And then once Clarissa's done, I'll be like, what do I do now? But that's future Gibbs' problem.
That's the way. Yeah. That's the right attitude.
Perfect Comic Party is gonna be so fucking funny when it's real.
I think that'll be.
People are gonna laugh so hard.
They're gonna laugh. Everyone's gonna piss themselves. It's gonna be really funny. Do you think the first one should just be Clarissa and Beastcapades?
Yeah,
and then maybe
like a little...
in it we put a little ad for like submit your comic if you want to be in the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
The only other thing I have on my notes is I've been watching The Owl House. Do you know that show?
I've never watched it. I mean, I've definitely heard of it, and I've seen what I know what it looks like.
Yeah, it's a little teenage girl goes to a magical world, where she's the only human. Everyone else is not a human, and that's her gimmick.
It's just like
she
Mario.
tries to learn magic. It's just like Mario.
It's just like Mario. Okay.
It took a few episodes. I tried to watch it a while ago, and I got like 3 episodes in, and I'm like, nah, some of these characters are annoying. Some of these characters are annoying, and they're not funny, and the jokes aren't landing, and I don't like it. And the main character is very Steven Universe-esque in that she's really enthusiastic and happy, and that really pissed me off. That really made me spit, that one. I didn't mind that. That was fine. But I went back to it just because I needed a show. I'd finished Better Call Saul. I was like, well, what else is there? What else is there in this world? I remember that.
That's a good
question.
I
gave it a chance. And yeah, I think episode 5 was cool. They had a cool fight scene. And I started noticing that the animation generally is just very good. And the timing of the jokes is good as well. And I'm like, you know what? It's not so bad. It's not the best show ever. But I'm invested now. I want to see what happens.
Oh no!
So
God,
that's a good little comic. Good little cartoon.
Good little comic. It's got its hooks into you. It's gonna poison your mind with its content.
I'd rather be poisoned by a nicely animated little cartoon show than by YouTubers.
No, I love YouTube.
YouTubers,
I love YouTube.
They're all gonna be.
They're all gonna die one day. No, every YouTuber you know and love will be dead one day, and then won't you feel silly that you cared, idiot? How could you spend your precious time on this earth? How could you waste it listening to the words of fallible mortals who will one day perish? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I guess it's just part of my human nature.
Oh, cringe. Speaking of which, I found a YouTuber that I really like recently. His name is Grimbeard, and he is funny, and he talks about video games.
You've mentioned them.
Have I?
They're the person you said looked like Jesse.
No, that's Burger Krieg.
Oh,
that's
who's
Burger.
Grimbeard?
I don't know. He's a different dude.
There can't be more than one guy.
It's some other guy. It's some unrelated person.
I feel like you've said Grimbeard before.
Maybe I have. Maybe I have. I've been watching his stuff for a while now. I just really like him. Just really like his stuff.
All right.
And that's it. That's all I have to say. He does video game reviews, mostly of like PlayStation 2 era, like PC shooters and stuff, horror games, kind of. Mostly semi-obscure stuff, but not entirely. American McGee's Alice, Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. Stuff you might have heard of.
Yeah, you might have heard of it.
You might have heard of it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's good.
I'm not really interested these days in like review content. Or like video essays.
I'm not really interested in the games so much. It's just sometimes they're kind of interesting and I've never seen them before and I go, didn't know that was a game.
When it comes to like stuff happening on YouTube that's like, oh, check this out. I usually click on challenge runs of like Mario or whatever.
Just
because those are they're I don't know, something about challenge runs that I'm just really into right now.
Do you like the ones with like the guy narrates like how they did it or whatever?
Yeah, the guy narrated. What's his name? What's their name? What's her name?
Who?
VG Champ 3000.
Oh, yes, I know her. There was another one who did like Kirby challenge runs. That other guy did like every Kirby game, and those ones were pretty good. Yeah, VG Champ 3000 or something. Yeah, I've seen some of that stuff.
Yeah, she's great. There's a Fire Emblem stuff that I've been looking at.
Oh, okay.
Fire Emblem challenge runs, trying to do like really excessively difficult things. Like not like using one character and not attacking, or I don't know. I just had a glancing around, looking at these things, and
I like that.
That's
stuff.
the content I like now. A review of like, here's why this game is good. I'm like, yeah, I'll buy it. No, you don't need to explain it. I'll just say I'll agree. You don't need to sell me on that. I love video games. It's like, here's how this video game changed the world. It's like, nah, yeah, I'm sure it did. But is there a challenge run of you doing something about it? Is there like fun going on? You having fun with it?
Oh, well,
you winning some?
Well, if it's such a good game, why don't you do a challenge run about it?
Yeah.
Why not? Why do you just review it when you could be doing
why
challenge
are you talking
run?
about? Why are you talking about this stuff when you could be playing it and I could be watching?
Fuck you telling me about what kind of a game Vampire the Masquerade Redemption is. Let's see you do it with like a 0 blood run. Let's see you do it like without committing any crimes. Oh, you won't? Too hard? Impossible? Well, I guess you weren't that serious about it.
Did you ever watch Sieve Gaming?
Sieve?
Sieve. Ceave.
That does not ring a bell.
They did Mario challenge runs where they tried not to touch coins or try to complete new Super Mario Brothers without while crouching the whole time, or not pressing left, or not pressing right, or not pressing the jump button, all those sorts of things.
I've seen things like that. I don't know if I saw that channel. Maybe
Sea of Gaming is great. They stopped making videos, but they got a lot of them, and they're fun. They have a funny voice because they're German.
Haha. I mentioned that Burger Krieg is German, but he sounds British. Until you...
Oh, everyone sounds British to you, Yanks.
No, I swear he must have learned English from like a British... He must have like spent time in the UK or something, because he definitely speaks it that way.
Everybody in Europe
sounds
who
British.
Speaks English sounds British. They learned English by watching Doctor Who. That's probably it.
It's probably true. That's probably true. That's probably true. Oh shit. Well, I was gonna say something else. But I'm sure it didn't matter. You know, we'll all die one day anyway. So whether I remember it or not is probably irrelevant.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
That's the spirit. I just want to shout out Grimbeard because I like him. That's it.
Yeah.
That's just what I've been doing. That's just what I've been doing this week. I just been okay. What I spent like literally most of this week doing was taking my page files for the comic and putting them through Photoshop and applying a color filter to them, and then resaving the page in a new folder with like the filter on.
Is that for printing ink stuff?
Yeah, I just was adjusting the greens because you know very well that the greens just don't look the same when they come out on CMYK printing. So I was basically just lightening them so that they would be roughly the same like brightness on the page, hopefully.
I'm glad the way the Redman comics came out looked alright.
Yeah,
because I was so confused by all of that stuff. I really couldn't get a good grasp of what I was doing to the green.
It looks different, but like it's fine. It looks fine.
You can't really get a neon green like you can on a screen.
No, you really can't. You have to either, if you want a rich green, it has to be dark, and if you want a bright green, it has to be pale, basically. Or you can sort of nudge it into like a yellowish, and then you can get it a little brighter. That was the trade-off that I had to... I did a couple different versions. One of it is yellower but brighter, and the other one is paler but greener. And so the two versions that I want to print on the two different paperweights, I'm going to try and give her the two different filters, and then I'll compare them and see which one I like better on the page. That's the plan for these test copies. But it took so long because, like I said, it's 260 pages, and the PNGs are pretty big, so it takes like a minute to save each one. And then I had to, so that's, several hours, even if I'm not doing anything else and I'm just focused on that and I'm doing it as fast as I possibly can. And I had to do it twice because I wanted the two different filters. And I spent a whole day just trying to figure out how to get Photoshop to load all the files into, there's a script called Load Files into Stack, to load all the files into one Photoshop document as layers, and then apply the filter to all the layers individually, and then export each individual layer as its own PNG. And there are functions that do that. But every time I tried to do it, my freaking Photoshop would tell me that it couldn't do it because it was running out of quote unquote scratch memory. And
that's like random access. That's like an area of memory that is dedicated to like holding all of this stuff.
Yeah. Well,
you just need a cleaner hard drive, I guess.
I don't know.
Oh wait, no. There's a way in Photoshop in preferences.
Yes, I know there's a slider. I know there's a slider.
Yeah.
Listen, I
did it not work?
I looked in. I found the slider. I maxed out the slider. I switched to another hard drive for my scratch disk that had like 800 gigs free, and it still didn't work. So
big file.
Only a couple gigs.
Well,
less,
I mean,
less than
I
10 gigs. I mean,
don't know how the scratch disk stuff works.
I couldn't. I spent a whole day trying to get it to work. I couldn't get it to work. In the end, I was like, "It's actually I'll actually just have to do it file by file, one at a time. It's the only way." And so that's what I did, and it sucked. But I did it.
It does suck.
Yeah,
I've a lot of times there's been like, oh, you can do this really complicated thing that will save you so much time, but then I try to learn about it and it takes so
It's
long.
just
And I'm
frustrating.
like, you know what? I'd rather toil than learn right now.
It's I found out how to do it. I know how to do it. It's just my machine is incapable of doing it.
Yeah.
So
My machine is my brain, and it was also incapable.
True. That's that's show business.
That's bro business.
True.
Hey, did you know that
Gaming.
Riku from Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
You know Riku?
Yeah.
I think because of a video I watched that he's gay for Sora. I think he's gay now.
Now
It's quite
he
compelling.
wasn't gay before, but he's gay now.
Well, he was gay before, but now I believe it.
But now, okay, yes, I understand.
There was this long video essay, 6 hours long. It's called "Riku is Gay and Why It Matters."
Wait, that's actually really funny. I want to watch it.
It's a really funny idea for a video. You laugh when you hear it, and they go 6 hours long. Like, here's all of the reasons why this makes sense, and also why it's actually important.
I'm surprised
because a lot of it is about why, like, Riku's love for Sora and Sora's love for Riku is why Kairi is not as important into the main story a lot of the time.
That sounds...
And it's really cool, actually. I love it.
I'm surprised there's 6 hours worth of information to go over.
There are a lot of games, but yeah, it was surprising.
I guess there are a lot of games. Yeah, that's true. You know what? Just link me that video. I'll watch that fucking video. I'll fucking watch it.
Riku is gay. Haha, first thing.
Oh, I don't like the drawing on the thumbnail. It's bad.
The person drawing they draw throughout the video in the background while they're talking.
No.
Don't worry, Ben. The content is solid and it's very good.
It's okay. I'm not actually gonna watch the video. It's just back. It's just gonna be background. It's just gonna be background noise. It's just gonna be background noise. It's just gonna be background noise. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
They do have a furry OC like Talk OC.
Tenel flowers. Oh God,
Yes.
this person's trans, aren't they?
Yes, I think so.
No, not another. They can't keep getting away with it. I don't know what I'm mad about. Hey, you
I
hear
think
about
they're
Jake?
like non-binary or something. But anyway, yeah.
I haven't. If I click play, will I see what they look like?
You can scrub.
Or,
yeah.
do they have a fur? They have a furry OC.
They have a furry OC talking.
Oh.
It's all the things that you'd be like, ugh. But it's good though. It's a good video.
Okay. It's just gonna be background noise. It's just gonna be background noise. It's just gonna be background.
I mean, honestly, I like the design of their OC, but that's besides the point. It's not like ridiculous. It's just a little furry person.
Yeah. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. They have there's something about the way they draw the human characters. It's not anime. It's very like I don't know if I want to say Tumblr core. It's maybe a little bit it's Tumblr core in a way that is grasping at an aesthetic that is like sort of 101 Dalmatians character design ish. Don Bluth? It's sort of Don Bluthish. It's Tumblr does Don Bluthish is how I would describe it's not an aesthetic that I particularly like, and I don't think they're doing it particularly well. So, we've got a real melange of
That's yeah. I mean, it's
things
just
going
it's
on
just
there.
like a bit of whatever to
Oh.
fill the background of the video when there's not like a relevant clip to be showing.
I'm actually interested. I feel like this could be really interesting analysis. Yeah. Okay.
Because
I'll give that a
it's
full
great.
listen.
I encourage viewers to watch. Anybody listening, go give that a watch because it's just good. It makes a lot of weird little like eccentricities of the plot make a lot of sense.
Interesting.
I got so into like Kingdom Hearts after watching this. I was like, I gotta know more about Kingdom Hearts. Now
Really?
I'm listening to other videos, and then I went back and watched like Nate's Kingdom Hearts 3 video just to see what he had to say on the subject. I just wanted more Kingdom Hearts content. I'm a fan now. I wasn't a fan before. I was just sort of like a vaguely enjoyed the first two games sort of person, but now I like it.
There's a pretty long video that I watched a while ago called I think it's called Kingdom Hearts 3 was a waste of time. Have you seen that one?
I don't think
It's
I watched all of
by-
it, but yeah, I think I saw that.
Oh, what's his name? It's like Your Favorite Uncle, I think, or like something Uncle. What's his freaking? Now I gotta find it. KH3 waste of time. Oh, I accidentally typed HH3 waste of time, and I got a bunch of the H3 podcast.
Lol.
Kingdom Hearts 3 was a waste of effort by Ask Your Uncle. That's the one. It's 5 hours long. It's just very funny that the video is called Riku is Gay, and it's a 6 hour long YouTube video. That's peak. That's peak YouTube in 2023, I would say.
It is. It's so good.
Yeah. And I'm genuinely happy and going to watch it and engage with it because I am a human being in 2023 and this is my life.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What else? What else, Gib? What else?
Well, what did I do? I did drawing of Clarissa. I was doing February still.
Oh, right.
Those are pretty good.
You've still got most of the month left.
Yeah. I'm not taking it so seriously. I had a break on Friday and Saturday because I was like, you know what? Doesn't matter. I don't want to draw today, so I didn't need to. That's healthy. Everybody.
This is not especially hot goss. I don't know if I would even call it goss, but we found out what Trixie's up to. She's got a job now. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
She's got a job. She's got like a real job.
Wow.
She is. She said that she is driving around and taking pictures of buildings. And there's maybe a vacuum cleaner involved. She said she said on Substack that she needed a vacuum cleaner. And I don't know, me and some people in the Discord were trying to figure out like what this means. And it seems
ghost hunting.
She's going around Luigi's mansion, playing Luigi's Mansion IRL. I think it sounds like she maybe works for like a real estate company and is like going around to their properties and like photographing the premises for like listings on Zillow or something. And maybe she has to like clean the house before, like vacuum the rooms and like make it look nice before photographing it or something like that.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know. It's kind of funny. It's kind of a funny. I don't know. Imagine that. I guess.
All right, good for her. This is
Good for her.
actually making money somehow.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. It's got to be so expensive driving around to do that.
Yeah, probably.
It must cost so much gas.
I don't know. A lot of jobs are probably just bad like that. They don't care about how much gas you spend to do the job. They're just like, yeah, fucking do it though, and we'll pay you pennies.
I mean, either they're comping her for the gas, which would cost them a lot of money. And I would think, like, damn, you can't just hire someone local. You got to hire someone to drive from, like, Kentucky to California to
all over
fucking
the
take some
country?
pictures of your house. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like, yeah, like local buildings. But if it's that's weird.
She said they drove to like the New York, and yeah, they do like full on like cross country. Yeah, and it seems to me, if I were a realtor, I would think I would want to save money by hiring someone local, so I wouldn't have to comp them for gas to do such a thing. Either that, or they're not comping for gas, and she's just blowing tons of money on the gas and has not considered the fact that that is like a significant cost to the. So someone's losing money on this chain, but whatever. It might just work like that. I don't know.
If you suck up all the ghosts, you get a lot of coins.
Yeah, he's going ghost hunting. That's pretty good. I never played Luigi's Mansion.
Neither did I, but it always looks cool.
What did Donkey just put out a video about why the GameCube is failing, and he said that Luigi's Mansion is the spookiest game ever made. There's literally 300 ghouls on screen right now. It's more ghouls than any other game. More spooks.
That's a lot. That's a lot
know.
of ghouls.
I know. But it's true. Yeah, I don't even have notes this week. So whatever.
I'm getting close to 40,000 coal in my RuneScape bank. Everybody,
You're gonna
almost
find
level 90
40,000
mining.
You're gonna find 40,000 coal in your Christmas stocking.
That's a lot of coal.
On Christmas morning.
You know, that would be really good. That would have been really good at Christmas, because, fuck. Everything's expensive, and heating your house especially. Free coal? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Damn, this is gonna be saving so much on heating, bro. Yeah! Based. Well, you wanna go to voicemails?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, let's do it. A brisk hour and a half.
Oh shit, hang on.
What's up?
I didn't check if there's like a One Piece.
Oh, fuck!
Let's have a look.
I forgot.
What was the chapter we were on last?
Oh, freaking no.
Heroes Offensive, I remember that one. Wakuma climbing up the Red Knight as Weight of Memory. Miss Buckingham Stussy, Mark 3? This is new. Oh, this is new.
No, I don't wanna. Okay, 1075 is coming soon.
I have 1074, which is the new. We haven't seen this one, I think.
Oh, okay. Ugh. I guess I gotta read it.
Okay.
All right.
Cue the whatever.
Play me off, Johnny.
The One Piece! The One Piece is real!
Damn, these One Piece scientists sure do love to turn an old robot into a new robot and call it a whole new robot.
What do you mean?
Well, they're calling him the Mark III. But I mean, he's the same guy.
Well, it's a different...
They just upgraded him.
Well, yeah, that's what Mark III means.
Yeah, I guess.
He's got bubble powers. I don't even know what that could be.
It's the strongest shield. The strongest shield that Vegapunk invented.
I'm gonna go through it all the way before I start thinking with my brain.
Okay.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, that's, there's a lot of them.
Oh my god, there's too many things going on. Every chapter.
Yeah. Oh! It's big news! Oh shit. Sorry if it was a spoiler.
No, I'm already there.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I thought better of big news, Morgan. I really did.
He's such a trickster.
What a scamp, what a scoundrel.
Alright, so first impressions review of chapter 1074, Mark III.
It was bad. Okay, anyway, let's move on to voicemails.
No.
Chapter sucks. One Piece is bad now.
So
let's see, what did we learn? Okay, they got 1 million pacifistas on Vegapunk Island.
they've got the new Mark III pacifista.
No.
It's far more. The guy says this must be a Mark III, so I guess he's like he knows about their existence, but he hasn't seen one before.
Yeah.
So maybe this is the new guys.
These guys are not as good as the Seraphim, though, right?
I suppose so. The Seraphim are like state of the art, a new type of human, new type
These
of
guys-
creation.
Do these guys have pawpaw fruit powers, or are they just big, are they just big Kumas with bubble shields?
I think that might be a type of pawpaw fruit ability. I can't remember if he ever makes a shield.
No, he never did that. It does look like something the pawpaw fruit could do. He's never done that specifically with it before, I don't think. It looks pretty cool, though.
He's super cool.
Reminds
He's so
me
fucking big.
Reminds me of the It's just so funny that, like, I don't know, just the way that, like, look how freaking ridiculous he is. His torso is so mountain and his tiny little legs, but he's awesome. But
He's tiny little
so
head,
cool.
tiny little legs. Yeah. Don't know how he does it. Don't know how it works.
Yeah. It's such a it's like a juxtaposition.
It's like the obscenely strange body types, but then they're moving and like posed in sort of naturalistic, grounded ways. So you can be like, oh yeah, I guess if they did look like that, that's how they would.
He would be
move.
really strong. Yeah, he would like it says there's like a lot of power behind his like arms. I was watching an old Shay video the other day. It was about Sonic the Hedgehog. I was watching his old Sonic the Hedgehog series, and there was one part where he talks about the character designs, and he's talking about how like the different characters combine different like sorts of elements, and how like Sonic is cool, but he's also cute. Whereas contrasting that, Eggman is comedic, he's funny looking, but he's also threatening and sinister. And, like, he's funny in the way that his body is shaped, but he's threatening and sinister in the way that his face is hidden and obscured. And, like, he has his tiny little glasses, and you can't read his expression, except for his nasty little grin.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting way to look at it, I guess. And, like, looking at Kuma, it's like he's funny looking, but he's also, like, physically imposing in a way that would be scary if he wanted it to be. Yeah.
He's got that stern, like, frown face, even though he's got that funny, like, iron chin.
Yeah. Yeah. His neck is so big. Oda really likes... I think as the series has gone on, Oda has leaned more and more into giving characters, like, huge, bulgy, like, ropey, thick necks.
Yeah, that's just what happens. When you train... That's where the muscle goes.
It's what Oda has drawn so much.
Like
his arm is like bulging with muscle, and the huge muscles just transfer themselves into the necks of the characters that he draws. Flexing.
The deltoids.
Vascular.
The gueltoids or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so
yeah.
Vegapunk has 1 million billion of these guys.
Well, he has 50 Mark III pacifistas.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. Yeah. And the like on the island, there's Lucci and Kaku, and that's it. The rest are just like jobbers. They're just like guys with guns. They can't stand up to 50 pacifistas. So
they probably can't stand up to 1 pacifista.
Yeah. So like, but they are probably going to hold the warships at bay because they're still coming.
You mean the Admiral's warships?
The Admirals, Admiral and the Tenryubito. No.
The Tenryubito is on the Admiral's warships.
No, that's not what he's called. It's called like the
Gorosei.
Gorosei.
Right.
Yeah, Gorosei and the Admiral Kizaru are on that warship, and they got a bunch of warships. So like that's gonna be holding that back for a time until the Gorosei says, "Hey, pacifistas, turn around and do something else," and they're like, okay." Unless that's not how they work. They said that's how the Seraphim worked. But they have not mentioned how the pacifistas work. They might only take orders from funny hair. What's his Centamaru?
Maybe. Yeah. When they said the chain of command, were they specifically talking about the Seraphim and not the pacifistas in general? I don't remember.
I think they were talking about the Seraphim. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, maybe there's an implication it also works for the pacifistas, but they're not exactly the same thing, so we don't know.
Yeah. I wonder how many pacifistas is worth. Mark III pacifistas is worth like a Seraphim. What are there, like 5 Seraphim? There's Junbei, Mihawk,
Hancock.
Jinbei, Mihawk, Hancock, Kuma, and am I forgetting one?
No, I think that's the 4.
Yeah,
I don't remember any others.
So there's 4 Seraphim, and there's 50 pacifistas. I don't know. I think 50 pacifistas is probably... They're not that much weaker than a Seraphim, right?
Yeah, if what the bubble shield is like the poor fruit, that means they might all have the poor fruit somehow.
Maybe.
Yeah, so they all have a devil fruit ability, or it's just a fancy science thing.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with devil fruits is that only one person can have them.
Mm-hmm.
And artificial devil fruits, clearly have allowed these Seraphim to have, like, the same fruits, or, like, fruits that already are in use, like Hancock's fruit. And
it's the green
Seraphim.
Blood, right? It's the green blood.
You're telling me this guy created blood?
Yeah, what was up with that?
You created blood? What the fuck?
Did he make an artificial fruit and then infuse? No, he made the green blood like out of the fruit power that the original had. Like it's basically the DNA of the original that has the fruit.
Yeah, something like
the
that.
The reason the Seraphim Hancock has I forget what her fruit is called. It's not Hana.
Marrow.
Yeah, that sounds right. The reason it has the Marrow fruit is basically just because the original Hancock has the Marrow fruit, and they just copied that ability with the green blood. I think. I don't know.
So if you're a vampire, you could suck that blood. You get rid of it.
Wait a minute. Now that you say that, that does make me wonder about, is there going to be some weird shit when vampire Stussy drinks the green blood? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Then why else would they've made a thing about the blood and now there's a vampire here? No, that's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
She's gonna suck the blood.
It's Chekhov's blood. It's Chekhov's blood.
Chekhov's every single character.
Check that off the list of things that I see coming. Coffee.
So those the pacifista. Then at the top of Egghead, we got the Straw Hat Pirates all reunited. Brooke and Zoro now have their funny, cool, space age outfits. I like Zoro's jacket a lot.
Zoro looks awesome. Brooke looks cool. Is that Stussy with the?
That's
the hair?
That's Stussy.
Yeah. She looks. This panel of the 3 of them looks like some Tezuka. Looks like some Astro Boy shit to me.
The boots might be Astro Boy inspired.
Maybe that's it.
Or Mega Man inspired.
Just the way that her face is drawn does not. I don't know. It just looks different.
Is it because she has lipstick?
Maybe, or maybe just because like the page isn't scanned that well, so like the detail is not that clear. Just something about like the roundness of her head and like the bigness, the like wide setness of her eyes and the haircut. And maybe it is the costume is I don't know. It just looks Astro Boy. It's good.
So we've got all the Vegapunks, or most of the Vegapunks.
Sure.
Besides the actual real guy and the Straw Hat Pirates, and they're
Who
hanging
is
out.
called Stella now, which is a really weird, really weird name for him, but okay.
Yeah, why did they call him Stella?
I guess they need a name for him. I don't know
The
why
Stella?
I don't know why he's called the Stella, but I guess I maybe it makes more sense in Japanese.
They're also trapped in the dome because they've lost control of the laser defense shield. So it's permanently on for now.
How did that happen?
I think he explains it as like probably some sort of Seraphim when they smashed some stuff that happened because they did blow up the lab a bit.
Okay, so it's just like just the machines are going haywire, and we'll be blasted with lasers if we leave the dome.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't. Right. Yeah, I don't think he actually explains. Like he says, we've lost control of the frontier dome.
Yeah,
and that's it.
I mean, okay.
He's just going to figure out a way to repair it. So it's probably the Seraphim blew it up, or some important something or other.
Yeah.
So they also can't find Vegapunk. He's not on some of the cameras are out of commission. So they're all going to check out where he could be.
Yep. They got, and okay, we know that he's in the Paw memory room with Bonnie, who is seeing. Is that Kuma? Is that big baby Kuma crying in a field?
Yes, I believe so. There has been in an SBS. Oda drew at the time Shichibukai as kids.
Oh.
Which included Blackbeard, I think. He just drew a bunch of them what they look like as kids, and I think Kuma was involved in that. So I think this is what Kuma looked like. And now it's confirmed. Well, not confirmed, but like in the actual comic.
I assume this is Kuma. Who else would this be? Yeah. I mean, being beaten by some... Oh, yeah, they bashed his freaking head open. Being beaten by shadowy men with bats for reasons unknown.
Yeah, they beat him, and so that it's so hard that he got a chiseled jaw.
Wait,
that's not literal.
Did that? That would be really funny.
So he's crying. They're hitting him. They say, "Get your ass back now! If you escape, they'll kill the rest of us." So he's like in some sort of. I'm gonna say he's a slave at this point, like enslaved, maybe on Marijua or in some sort of thing like that. And he's trying to escape, and if he escapes, they'll be punished as well. So that's like a way to keep them in line. So they beat each other up and take each other back.
Yeah, or maybe it's like a Buster Call situation where they're Marines killing everyone to like keep some information under control or something. They're doing an Ohara 2.0. Well, I guess it would be before Ohara.
I don't know. I feel like the fact that these shadowy figures are saying they'll kill the rest of us means that he was with them.
Yeah.
And they're all like together but fighting each other for their own survival. And he's like, if I go back, I'll die. Which probably means something terrible. Probably not prison, more likely slavery, and perhaps in Marijua. And at the very end there's like those fancy buildings, and then the weird guy with a weird hairdo in shadow.
Yeah.
I think that might be a Tenryubito.
Yeah.
Like a highfalutin, who cares? But he's got sad eyes, so maybe that's his dad. Maybe his dad was like one of those. Maybe he's got some connection to Marijua. Maybe that's why he's climbing the fucking thing right now.
I see what I kind of see. It's hard to tell if that's sad eyes or what. My scan is not like super amazing. Oh, you kind of I see what you mean. That makes sense. Yeah,
okay. I'll put what my scan shows. It's pretty clear that he's got decidedly sad and not angry eyes.
Oh, this is much clearer than my version. Yeah.
So he's getting beaten.
I think
trying to leave.
Probably
somewhere.
right. Yeah.
And I think Marijois makes sense.
Mm.
And Bonnie can't stand it. She has to. This is in the memory bubble, and she leaves it. She can't hack it. Her resolve wasn't strong enough.
Weak.
But she wants to try again. She wants to figure it out because she needs to. She needs to know everything.
Pathetic. Can't weather an entire lifetime of suffering under slavery. What a bitch. What a dumb bitch whore wife of mine. Just die. Yeah.
Okay.
Looking good. Looking good. But is this my first time noticing that she has like a ring in her like cheek?
I don't know if that's a ring. I think that's like a tattoo or some sort of thing.
Like some future makeup?
I don't think... hang on. Let me check.
No, the one where it's like after the sad eyes, right after the sad eyes, it really looks like she has like a piercing ring through her, like, I don't know what you call... It's not quite the cheek. It's like under the eye.
Oh my god, I've never noticed that she has that.
Yeah.
She has that in like pre-time skip. What is that? Appearance.
She has it in pre-time skip too.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wiki.
Well, she's called Jewelry Bonnie. So she's got jewelry in her freaking eye skin. Just jammed in there.
Her outfit consists of the midriff, cleavage, orange black stripe buckle, suspenders. Where's the bit about the thing? Laces.
Are you looking
stockings.
Are you looking on the wiki for an article about her under eye?
Yeah,
piercing?
they usually have an extensive appearance part. She has an anti-eyebrow below her right eye.
Anti-eyebrow?
Bright red lipstick. What do they mean? Anti-eyebrow?
Yeah. That's what it's called, I guess. Okay.
Anti-eyebrow is a facial piercing. Yeah, okay. So it is a piercing.
Never noticed it before. When you Google it, most people don't have rings. Most people have like a little one
two
of
dots.
The double stud. Yeah.
She's got a fucked up reverse anti-eyebrow.
That's just a reverse anti-eyebrow is just an eyebrow.
She's got a metallic eyebrow.
Hell.
On top of a regular one.
Hell yeah. Okay.
After she chickens out of the dream, we see one of the punks, Punk 04, I forget his name.
Is it not Archimedes,
Aristotle, Barchimedes.
Yeah.
One of them. The sensible robot guy, and he's walking, and there's a clinkety clank behind him and an explosion. We don't really know anything about that. And I can't think who the hell that could be. Because we've got all the Straw Hats, and we've got the Seraphim, and the Vegapunks in one area up there. And then there's Vegapunk and Bonnie are where they are, and Lucci and Kaku are unconscious.
Labo and Coochie.
And then we've got like all of the fucking other people are down below the thing. So what is this exploding clink clank thing? Is this a secret enemy robot?
I don't even know. I can't even think what it is.
It's Zero. It's
Zero. It's Mega Man. It's
I've
Mr.
been awakened.
2 Bon Clay.
Oh my god!
He's back,
He's so known for clinking and clanking when he walks.
True.
So we have no idea what's going on there. But then we cut to over in Big News Morgan.
Big News Morgan disappointing me again. His Wii News teapot dome here.
Fucking seagulls lifting it up. That's funny.
Very cute little vessel.
So
Okay, so he's
he
heard
got an
about...
insane scoop.
Yeah.
He's on the phone with somebody who is aware of what is happening. So he's got a guy on the inside of the Marines, who can let him know about these things ahead of time. And he's learned that they intend to assassinate the Marines. The world government intends to assassinate Dr. Vegapunk.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the one who says Uhara.
But
it's like, oh.
Yeah, this is just like the recurrence of the Ohara. But, okay, the government will be seen as bad if they do that, because people like Vegapunk, because he invented
electricity, basically.
He invented electricity, and they're like, well, the government shouldn't kill him. So he says he's going to write the headline that Luffy did it.
Which is going to be very plausible, since he'll be seen with Luffy if they escape.
And he's doing this because it's more entertaining?
It's more entertaining, and also the world government will appreciate that spin, he says. So, like, he's going to get paid for that reading of it.
Yeah.
Which is probably how he's kept in power for so long, is to do whatever he wants, but also...
Damn, I really thought Big News Morgan was all about, like, getting the real news out there. I really thought he was all about the real scoop.
No, I always thought he was about the drama. The whole thing with him calling Luffy one of the new Emperors of the Sea was his idea, because it would be, like, so fucking funny, he said. That was his exact quote.
Yeah, but that was good because we like Luffy, and I want him to say good things about him, and I don't like when he says bad things about my boy.
But, I mean, true. But I don't think this is that bad, and I also don't think Luffy would care so much. Because it's like how One Piece has always been...
That he killed Vegapunk?
No, that he kidnapped him. Because Luffy, like, even right at the beginning, the whole idea of, like, people liking him was like, I don't care. I don't care about the town coming to congratulate me for saving them. Let's get the fuck out of here, everybody. Like, that's sort of been his thing, is like, he doesn't need the validation of the world. He'll just do whatever he wants. So I think this is not going to upset him.
No, I mean,
so
listen,
much.
I'm not worried about, like, oh, is Luffy gonna be mad at my boy Big News for I'm not I don't know. It's just a little bit disappointing to see Big News be like, well, hey, let's just make Luffy the bad guy. You know, he's an easy scapegoat.
But that's just going to be good for his reputation. He's going to be like Bucky. People are going to start fearing him more.
I mean,
he's going to get into more battles. I think it's positive in that it's like he says, it's not about news isn't about fact or fiction. It's about entertainment.
Yeah. Well, you know what? My opinion of Big News will probably never recover from this. All right. I thought he was a man of integrity. But
I knew I always knew he was a chaos man.
That's fair. That's reasonable. So
what I appreciate about him is that because he's like this, he's not going to cover up things for the purposes of the government. He's going to do whatever is the coolest.
He's going to put it out. Yeah.
When Luffy says, like, I found One Piece and I'm going to tell the whole world about it, and Big News Morgan is like, oh, the world government would hate that. That's so funny. I'll tell everyone.
The world government would hate it, but that is a really big scoop, though. That's like a really big scoop.
Yeah.
So you got to scoop it out. And then
I wonder how old Big News Morgan is. How long has he been doing the news?
Is he?
I mean, he's an adult, so he'll have been around for a while. But like,
okay,
has he been around during Roger's time? Is this a new?
I mean, it's
character?
Truly impossible to say. This might be a stupid question. Is he like a Zoan fruit guy? Like, why is he a Birdman?
You know, I have no idea.
Okay, crazy question. No one, you might have just thought to ask this before, but why is he a Birdman? What's going on with that? He's got to be a Zoan fruit user, right?
No, I like the idea it's just a bird.
Half animal people are not just like around for no reason.
I know.
This isn't Dwarf Fortress.
It's weird because like in stuff like Dragon Ball, there'll be like human characters, but every so often there's just a panda guy. There's just a a fucking
Yeah.
rhinoceros
And
like
you just
dude in a
just
t-shirt.
gotta roll with that, and you just gotta
It's
be
just
like,
that's how
okay,
it just
sure.
that's just how it is, and that this has a lot of like similarities to like the sort of playful nature of Dragon Ball.
It
And
reminds
I
me
just
of
sort of think, oh yeah, an animal person, like that's fine. Maybe he's a mink.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? That's actually
That's the most likely
that's actually
and preferred.
quite plausible. Yeah. Wait a minute. I just said there aren't just animal people around, but yes, there are, and they're the minks.
Literally.
And we had like a whole freaking chapter about them. I forgot. This reminds me in not Burger Krieg, Krug Smash, the Dwarf Fortress guy. He had in one of his tournament arcs, one of the fighters in the dwarf. Well, they weren't all dwarves. One of the fighters in the tournaments was this awesome swan man. He was a half swan, half man with he was like a rapier, like sword duelist guy, and he was so freaking cool, man. So fucking sick. I love Krug Smash. I like Birdman as well. This guy just looks like he just literally is Big Bird.
Yeah,
he's just Big Bird.
He's just Big Bird. What if Big Bird was chaotic neutral?
What if Big Bird just wrote the news and just spread misinformation and propaganda just for fun?
Big Bird is probably a relative.
I mean, he's just Big Bird. He just looks exactly like him. And then Vivi and Wapple are here for some fucking reason.
Okay, so this is interesting.
The big like black shadow with sad eyes behind Wapple? Is that like it's just weird how like his like coat or whatever looks exactly like those shadow people from the Paw Paw memory.
Yeah.
That might just be a coincidence, but
I think that is a coincidence.
Very strange.
It is very odd. Yeah.
I don't exactly know what's going on with that like visually, but whatever.
Yeah, so Vivi and Wapple, being monarchs, were at the reverie where we learned later that King Cobra of Alabasta was killed by presumably Sabo, who ran away.
Right.
How Morgan,
was the reverie
was also
like?
there.
Was the reverie recent?
I think it was during Wano that they had it. That's
okay. So that's not even that long ago.
No. So yeah. So following that, I suppose Morgan, who was there probably just for journalism, like here's what happened
for the scoop.
Yeah, for the scoop. He's there for the scoop. He has them on his ship, Wapple and Vivi, just by themselves. I don't see any of the other people from their kingdoms, which is like it's very sus. It's very confusing. Like, what the fuck happened? Why did King Cobra die?
They said the scoop was, I think Sanji reacted to the news that like Cobra was dead and Vivi was missing, right?
Right. That's true.
Sanji was like, "Oh, Vivi's missing." I think she was like suspected dead, but they all said like, "No way, she can take care of herself." Someone wanted to go rescue her. It was probably Sanji.
Yeah.
I remember. It's coming back to me.
So it's interesting. So Wapple, I think. Well, they've known they had a history. Like even when she was little, I think there was that like he was like an asshole king. And she showed how proper she can be by not starting a war over the fact that he like hit her or something.
That sounds familiar, yeah.
So they've seen each other at other reveries, I guess.
Their kingdoms are like right next to each other, right?
Sort of close.
Like Drum Island. Drum Island was like the first island that the Straw Hats landed in not the Red Line,
Line,
in the Grand Line, and then Alabasta was like right after, so they must be close to each other.
Yeah, it's nearby.
Yeah.
It wasn't the first. The first one was the island with all of the bounty hunters.
Oh,
and then it was the island with the dinosaur skeletons and the giants.
God, it's too many fucking islands. God damn it. Okay, I'll take your word for it.
And then after that's where Nami got the disease in the jungle, and so they had to go to Drum Island to cure Nami from the disease.
Nami got diseased? That? No.
Do you not remember? that was the whole reason they needed a doctor, was that she was going to die, and they had to climb Drum Island's like frozen thing to get to the best doctor in the land. And the whole idea was like Wapol had like banished or like stolen all of the doctors for himself and taken them all with him when he became a pirate. So that the place had no doctors except for that crazy old lady on top of the mountain, which is why it was such a like tense thing, because like, we need a doctor. Oh, there's no doctors, but you got to climb that, and it's like, fuck.
Okay, yeah, I forgot that Nami was sick. But everything, I remember the rest of that. Okay. Anyway, yeah.
So
I've forgotten more about One Piece than you'll ever know, kid. Lamau. So,
okay, so I'm trying to
know.
speculate. I'm trying to think like what could have gone down. Big Morgan says that a big talk for the girl who was bawling her eyes out yesterday, meaning she was crying, probably because her dad's dead. So that might be confirmed. He did die.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's still like very odd. Why? And I'm pretty sure Sabo didn't actually do it. It's like a cover-up story.
Yeah, definitely.
But the fact that Big News Morgan's the one who broke that story and also the one who kidnapped Vivi or has Vivi.
Yeah.
And Wapol says, Morgan-chan took us in, don't be rude. So it was like a favor to them. So maybe he spun the story the way the government wanted it, but he knows more about what actually happened, and so does Vivi.
Yeah.
And Wapol.
Yeah, they're doing some cover-up. They're doing some cover-up stuff.
And
yeah,
so, like,
I mean,
if Vivi and Wapol were found to have known the truth, they probably would have been killed by the world government as well.
You mean about
that's why
Cobra?
Yeah, like if Cobra learned something they shouldn't have, they murdered him. Or like he confronted them.
Yeah.
It's like there's so much mystery going on.
Did Cobra learn something? Do we know why he was killed?
No, we only know that he was killed. That's all.
And that Sabo supposedly did it. Yeah, okay. Maybe he's not dead. Maybe that was a cover-up too. No.
I feel like characters dying is now finally becoming a serious thing.
Yeah.
It's still occasionally not like permanent, like with Big Mom's husband, Pound.
Yeah.
Like when he sacrifices himself and he doesn't die, he's fine. But when Pedro sacrificed himself with that giant bomb and he is dead, but nobody believed it, well, I didn't. But then he's just continually not been alive, so it's like, I guess he is dead.
Yeah,
why would they do so much of that?
He could be dead. He could be dead. But I mean, they're keeping a secret. So I mean, what secret could they be guarding? I mean, I don't know. Could something involving Cobra's death? So immediately my mind goes to, well, maybe there is no Cobra's death actually. But yeah, maybe he was killed for knowing something.
Killed for knowing something. Yeah, I guess it.
There's a lot of being killed for knowing something seems to be what the government does. So yeah, plausible.
Yeah, like Sabo, the whole like Revolutionary Army people at Marishwa during the Reverie. Sabo being blamed.
Did Sabo show up at the Reverie?
They were there to rescue Kuma. That's why the revolutionary guys were there.
Right.
And they found him. They brought him back. But then he did the thing where he woke up and he jumped towards the Red Lion again.
Was Kuma was at the Reverie. Did someone bring him there? Was someone like controlling him?
Kuma has at that time had become like a slave for like people. The Tenryubito people were just using it as like a dog or like a horse or donkey.
Oh no! Just like when he was a boy.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so enslaved right now," and they hated seeing him like that.
Right.
I think Bunny was there as well. She was trying to free him. I don't know how she got out. Maybe she will know more about the Reverie as well. She just hasn't mentioned it yet.
Bonnie was at the Reverie? Oh,
I'm pretty sure. I remember her being like sneaking around.
But
it was like child form or something.
I don't remember that at all. I mean, we didn't know that she was Kuma's daughter back then.
No.
They just found that out, so maybe that. I don't remember that.
Okay, yeah, hold cake, Lively, reverie. Bonnie entered Marishwa posing as Queen Dowager Connie of the Sorbet Kingdom. She later went to the Celestial Dragon Gate at the Pangaea Castle and snuck into the domain of the gods when the gate opened for an injured Charlos. I guess that's just how she got in the door. She was hiding. She saw how Rosward, who is these people, mistreated
was
enslaved
Charlos?
Kuma.
Is Charlos one of the Whole Cake Island people?
No, Charlos is the guy. Okay, I clicked on his thing. He's the guy who, at Shabaudi Archipelago, Luffy punched in the face, causing the admirals to be called.
Oh yeah, that like fucking fat pug-looking guy who was wearing the yeah. He's one of the Tenryubito. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this guy was seen injured, opening the gate for an injured Charlos. Forgot why he was injured.
Is it because Luffy punched him?
Well, this would have been after the
that was
time
2
skip,
years ago. No.
So it's just, I guess, some other thing.
So someone else punched him.
Someone else punched him.
Well, did like his dad punch him or something? Because he was being a brat or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Unless this is like a common haircut. I'm looking at the
that high, the shadow, like the weird like high like samurai top knot thing.
Both Charlos and this other person mentioned Rosward, which is the guy's dad, I think. Also, they all have that funny bone shaped like hairstyle.
Good eye, yeah, you caught it.
So she saw how enslaved Kuma was being mistreated, and she was disgusted.
Right.
And she briefly encountered Sabo, apparently, but we don't see anything else that happened. Okay, so she might know. She
was there, and she saw Sabo, and we know that Cobra is supposedly dead. So presumably, Sabo would have done it at the Reverie, this killing of Cobra.
Presuming that he did that at all, but
right,
yeah.
Right. Okay.
So this all happened, and Jewelry Bonnie is with us now.
Do we know anything else about Cobra's death? Or just that he's dead?
No, we heard about it in the news, and I guess now we know that it's probably true because Vivi was crying. Although that may be a misdirection. It may be a misdirection about crying about something else. So
she could have been crying. I don't know. The fact that Vivi's here and that like Sabo is clearly being framed makes me think that maybe Cobra's not actually dead.
Where would he be? Like locked up?
They got him in a freaking, I don't know, they got him in a barrel or something.
Put him in a barrel. Why wouldn't they kill him?
Well, maybe he's doing some, I don't know. They're hiding something. They got a secret. And it's Vivi, and it's all a big mystery, and it's all cover-ups, secrets, and lies, so.
I suppose if there were to be like a cool revelation, like reveal, Bunny would be the one to say, Cobra isn't dead. And everyone would be like, what? Why do you know that? I was there. Like, that could be a moment.
And then they'd all go, wait a minute. When was the Reverie? Like, how long ago was it? Like, how much time has passed since then? What island? Why did they go to Drum Island? Yeah. Because they've forgotten as well.
They forget everything.
Too much to keep in your head. Damn, I love One Piece. It's so good.
It is so good.
It's so freaking good right now. Yeah. I really get a lot out of picking it apart like this, though. If we didn't do this, I would just kind of read it and be like, oh, okay. Vivian Big News Morgan? Okay. Well, see you next week.
Yeah, it's good. It's good shit.
Commenters, what do you think? Is Cobra dead? Or is that part of the cover up? Way out, sound off in the comments below.
I think it's plausible that he's dead just because as a character, he has an heir that could, be the new ruler of Alabasta, and
yeah, that's true.
It's not like he's necessary as a person who needs to stay alive for narrative reasons. It would be tragic. It's good for tragedy. It's just like, it could be like a real death.
I guess
and
I'm just thinking
we'll find out when we know more about like how did he die? Did he die in front of a big room where everyone saw that he died?
I guess I'm just thinking that if the cover-up is not that Cobra is alive, then I don't know what else it could be. But it could be something else, and we'll just find out later. Because they're colluding on something.
There's the aspect to remember as well of the world government being formed by a bunch of countries deciding to band together, and Alabasta being one of the main holdouts for not joining. They never joined the world government. They just go there as like diplomatically is a good thing to do.
Right.
If there's any knowledge that he has about the Void Century that they don't want the world to know, he would have had to keep quiet about it until he said, "I'm gonna tell everyone," and kill himself. That'd
be a pretty darned evil thing for the world government to do. To be like, "Hey, everyone, join our secret club," and one guy's like, "No, thanks," and then they just kill him.
Well, I mean, they would have killed him long ago.
Yeah, if it were just for that, yeah.
So I think the fact that it's King Cobra is like relevant. It's not just some guy we know.
Yeah.
It's the Alabasta guy.
Vivi says, there's no way Luffy would do such a thing. This is why I hate the government. All right, here's my theory. She
doesn't say that on my thing.
What does she say on your thing?
She says the Economic Journal is such a rag. Like, this fake news sucks. That's what she's saying.
The Economic Journal is such a rag?
Yeah.
That's what really?
I mean, I'll post it. I think
that
your
what
one would make more sense.
Is that what the newspaper is called? The Economic Journal?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think she's just saying journalism's stupid.
Journalism. Luffy... The economic
journal,
Luffy-san would never do something like that. The Economic Journal is such a rag. That's way better. Mine says, no, there's no way Luffy would do such a thing. This is why I hate the government.
I guess the way that Wapple responds is like, the government might be spying on us.
Yeah.
So like we can't say anything bad about the government, which is why they may have translated it that way.
She actually borrowed my clothes and never washing them again. I lent some clothes to her. I won't wash those ever again. We'll be erased. The government will erase us. We'll be erased immediately by the government. Keep your voice down. What if there's a wiretap snail? Don't be too loud. What if there are wiretap responder snails around you? Yeah. Besides, Morg-chan. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess it works as both, because it's like the newspapers are like bought and sold for by the government, and that's why she hates that this is fake, because it's good for the government.
I think it's funny. I think it's a funnier line. The Economic Journal is such a rag.
Yeah,
but this is why I hate the. I was just gonna say. Like, really, Vivi? They killed your dad, and this is why you hate the government? Because, like, journalistic standards have fallen these days? Like, come on.
Yeah.
I guess it could be both, though.
I think it is meant as both.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like...
Such a rag. That's what I'm going to say. Every time I don't like something, I'm going to call it a rag.
So, like, yeah.
A YouTube channel that I'm not fond of.
Yeah, so Morgan is doing this spin as a benefit for the world government. So whatever the spin is, it's like, oh, fuck you. Fuck the world government. And then Wapol is like, shush, you can't say bad things about the world government. They'll kill us, probably like they killed King Cobra. He knows. I think he knows.
I guess he has to maintain, like, he's got to keep the world government liking what he's doing. But he'll if a story is a big scoop and it's funny and entertaining, he'll publish stuff the world government doesn't want him to.
Yeah.
So I guess he's got to walk a tightrope there.
They appreciate him for what he does for them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like, this big News Morgan is good for us, but he's a loose cannon. That's probably how they see him.
Yeah. I mean, kind of like Vegapunk.
I also think Whackball's like being scared of the government erasing them for speaking bad is probably like that's probably where my mind goes for like, oh, they erased King Cobra because what he said
will be erased immediately. But yeah, he might have reason to be afraid of that. True, actually.
And it's also why both of them are here, because they know that that's probably what happened, or they know for sure that's what happened. So that's why Big News Morgan has taken them under his wing. Haha, he's a bird.
He really is.
And it's like, if the government knows that they know, they're in big trouble. So I don't know where they're going. I guess they're staying with him for the time being. Like, where's their destination right now?
I can't even venture a guess. Other than, are they also headed to Egghead?
Are they going to Egghead right now?
I don't know.
I guess it would make sense.
It's the only thing that pops to mind as to like where they could be going.
Yeah, I suppose they must be, because they're going to take pictures and see what's going on.
I don't feel like Big News Morgan would goes there himself. He's got like a network of people that like investigate stuff for him. So I wouldn't normally think like, oh yeah, if there's a scoop, he's gonna go there and whip out his camera and be like, oh yeah.
Well, not him specifically, but like it might be that they're flying somewhat close by.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know why they would, but
well, I mean, maybe if they're closer, then maybe they can get the news faster. Well, no, transponder snails. They can communicate instantly.
Yeah, I guess the most sensible thing is that they're just in hiding, these two, and he's just doing his thing, being a bird flying around.
I wonder if he is a mink. That's interesting. Damn. Much to consider.
Yes.
I think we've dissected it pretty thoroughly. Damn, we spent an hour on that. Well, not
So
kind of time reading.
We read it.
Yeah,
so that.
Yeah, I totally forgot there was a new chapter this week. All right, you want to go voicemails?
Let's go.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see. Okay, this one is a Vokaroo link. It's called "I'm Actually Trying to Fix It," but okay. 3, you ready?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Now,
Ho, ho, brother, ho, ho, ho.
you mean anyone can enter the comic book? Is it okay if it's the most pretentious thing ever?
What the fuck was that?
I think it's a bunch of memes, but also the question, can anyone enter the perfect comic party? And I'm going to say it'll depend on if we like you and want you in the thing. It's not like anyone can just be in it, but anyone can apply.
I explained this last week. Yeah, I mean, we'll exercise some quality control. We'll have some, we'll choose. Yeah, I mean, show us your stuff if you want to be in, but like, it's got to be good. It's got to be a little good. It's got to be at least a little good. Do you know House of Decline?
Comic guy, yeah.
Have you been seeing his big comic that he's been posting lately? I think it's called Together.
Oh yeah, I did see that. That was a really good one.
It's he's still going. I caught up on it last night.
Oh, is it still? I didn't realize it was comment out. I just saw a link to it, and I was like, "This is nice." The two characters stuck together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, in the last couple days, it's really gone places. I don't know how recently you read it. It's good. I don't know. That just occurs to me. House of Decline, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, is just a great example of how you can make a comic that's good, even if you're shit at drawing and you suck. You know what I mean?
I mean, what's bad about the drawing? They just have a very distinct style.
I mean, I'm being mean. It's not bad. It's not. I'm sure
they have a wobbly line art. Like, they don't care about
wobbly.
it being clean.
Right. I'm sure that's not. I'm sure he can draw other ways if he wants to. The point is, it's very simple. How would I describe House of Decline? I guess I would say that it's simple. It's rough. Simple and rough. Yeah, okay.
Simple and rough is the way that we fuck. Me feel. Oh.
Done.
That's okay.
I don't know how people will submit their comics.
We'll figure it out. We're gonna do the first one with just us, and then
we'll put like submission info.
Instructions.
Yes. In the first issue, there will be submission instructions. We'll figure out something. Maybe just tell you to email us or something. Probably by email. Maybe. Next one is called Funny Number. 3, 2, 1, go.
Just want to say, Ben, thanks for seeding the Digibro archive. Not a lot of people are doing that nowadays. Seeding files on like peer-to-peer networks. Really, really great service you're doing. Anyway, just wanted to call in to read off like a funny number, and it goes like this.
Someone alerted me. Eleazar, don't play the number. I don't know if that's someone alerted me that people can read your IP address if you seed files. So I stopped seeding. I would like to continue to seed, but I don't know. It's a little scary. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that I was seeding those files.
Yeah, that's very bad.
I mean, I don't know if anyone can actually do anything with my IP number, but
they can pee on you.
Well, they can IP freely.
UPIP address.
Well, guess what? I have stopped seeding for the moment, and maybe I'll seed some more in the future, or maybe I won't, because it seems a little bit risky to do that. Someone else pointed this out to me. Okay, next one is called Fun Trivia Facts. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, Ben. Hey, Gib. Did you know that William Henry Harrison was an American military officer and politician who served as the 9th president of the United States? Harrison died just 31 days after his inauguration in 1841 and had the shortest presidency in United States history. He was also the first United States president to die in office. And a brief constitutional crisis resulted as presidential succession was not then fully defined in the United States Constitution. Harrison was the last president born as a British subject in the 13 colonies and was the paternal grandfather of Benjamin Harrison, the 23rd president of the United States. Crazy, right? Goo goo gaga. I am an AI voice controlled by the Shadow Cabal, and my mission is to kill Ben Saint in his sleep. Whoops! Did I say that last part out loud? Silly me. Ha ha ha.
I knew some of those things. I knew that William Henry Harrison died 30 days after being inaugurated president, and that he was the first president to die in office.
Why'd you gotta have 3 names?
I think it's fun to say William Henry Harrison.
I
think it's fun to say that whole. He's got a good one.
If you got a good one, why not?
If you got a good one, if you got it, flaunt it. Okay, well, thanks for trying to kill me, I guess. Whose voice was that? Do you know whose voice that was?
No idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It sort of might have been familiar. Next one is called Clarification. 3, 2, 1, go.
Please ignore that last voicemail. I'm not an AI voice controlled by the Shadow Cabal, and my mission is not, I repeat, not to kill Ben Saint in his sleep.
Okay. Thank you for
clarifying. Now that this has been resolved, please go to bed, Ben. Come on. Get your healthy sleep. Don't worry about me. I'm just going to read the newspaper and brush my teeth, as all normal humans tend to do.
Your lifts have plateaued. I might need to sleep more. All right. Next one is an image. We got an image.
Whoa. This is a cool image.
Have you seen?
This is the old Digibro kitchen.
This is the old Digibro kitchen. That's me, right?
Yeah.
What am I holding? Or has a gun been
gun.
Has the gun been
You're
edited?
gonna kill me.
Have you seen this man? Well, he's the last thing you'll ever see. Lamar. Yeah, cool.
What would that be from? Like a video?
Yeah, maybe from something at RadCon 2, or maybe just from a video. We recorded a bunch of stuff that we never like published anywhere. Like I remember we tried to film that video of me cooking like fried Oreos that like came out shit. We never published it. Not the Oreos came out fine. The video came out shit because I was for some reason like really nervous to be like explaining how I'm doing it on camera.
Oh no!
I just found it really uncomfortable to be filmed while cooking and to explain the process of cooking. So like I had no riz in that video, so we just scrapped it. Anyway, yeah, cool image, buddy. Looking evil. Next one is an image. Oh God, not another one. No.
It's Mickle. It's a lady holding the Mickle, talking about it on the top of the cliff, and all the subjects down there. They're meandering. They're not really paying attention.
Yeah.
Who is this?
I don't get it.
Is that supposed to be Nate?
I don't know. She's wearing like a green dress with a yellow heart on it.
With a black sash.
Is it Homestuck?
I had no idea.
I
like the fact that most people are just sort of walking around. There's one guy sitting down looking. Everyone else is just looking at the camera.
That guy with the little hat and the crazy teeth.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good, but what does it mean?
We'll never know.
Behold the Mickle. Behold the glory of the Mickle. Next one is another image. I guess I'll post it. Why do they hate to see a girl boss win?
Is that the fucking Coomer smile?
Yeah, it is. So there's JK with the Burger King crown. There's what's her name? Hermione and
Luna Lovegood.
Is that Luna Lovegood? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we hate women.
It's true.
The American people are tired of women.
Sick and tired.
God.
Why don't they just transition already?
I know. All the men should become women, and all the women should become men, and then there won't be any women. Being a woman, you know, Gib, I have thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts about being a woman. Being a woman, it's like being white. You know? It's like being white in that if any portion of you is not one, right? It's like womanhood is like whiteness. It has to be preserved, and it can't be tainted. If it's tainted at all, it's completely lost. That's why Barack Obama is a black president, not a white president, even though he's mixed race. Being a woman, well, if you're AMAB, you're not a woman, and if you are AFAB transition, you're not a woman, and if I don't like you, you're not a woman, and that's it. It's tainted. What do you think? Thoughts? Purity?
Security?
Police? It's okay. You don't have to say anything. I know I'm right.
For some reason, I've thought of like is there a metaphor with like the Sneeds or the star on the belly thing? Like that's your gender? Some people have a green star on their belly, some people don't. And then they go into here's the trans machine that the old man rolls up into town. It's like, it's cool to have...
You'll never have a real green gender. Star on your belly.
It's like, no, I can give you one with my funny machine.
No, it doesn't... No!
It's like and then everyone gets the thing to be popular and then to be unpopular, and then you have to remove it. Goes in a big circle, and then everyone doesn't know what gender they are. They're all just whoever, and it doesn't matter, and they're all friends.
I kind of forget what happens in that story. Is that what happens? Like, some of them have the star-bellied Sneeds, and some of them aren't, and then a guy shows up, and there's a machine that can give you a star belly? Is that what happens?
That's the idea. The star bellies are snooty, and they're like, oh, we're better than you, no star havers.
Snooty star belly Sneeds. Okay. Are they, like, rarer, or is it, like, half and half?
I don't know. I guess it's rarer or half. It doesn't matter. They just sort of say. And so the ones who don't have stars wish they had stars. So this guy has a machine to give them stars. And then when they have stars, the people who had stars were like, oh, well, now I'm not special anymore. I'm going to be special by removing my stars. And then it goes in a figure 8 circle. Everyone's trying to be popular, trying to be the best. And then everyone can't remember whether they started with a star or not. And so they realize it doesn't matter.
Someone has to. That's like, there's such a clear avenue there of, like, if you wanted to take it, you could be like, all this gender ideology. It's just like the star-bellied Sneed. Has anyone written like a think piece about this? Should I be the one?
Yeah, do a video about it.
Should I do a video about it? Okay, Sneeds. Sneeds it is. Next one is called, it's a voicemail. It's called Smiley Face, and it's 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
Weekly reminder. Happy birthday, Ben.
Thank you. I love you. It's my birthday in 2 months minus a little bit. So no, we gotta get started early. Next one is called Jackie Fan 96. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, silly me. How could I forget? Happy birthday, Jackie.
Okay.
Okay.
Dab. Next one is called Invite Mumkey. 3, 2, 1, go.
Real talk. Can you guys invite Monkey? You guys are very low energy. ZZZ up in here. Come on.
Okay. I'll do it. I'm sorry, sir.
Your wish is our command.
Your wish is our command.
But we don't follow the rules.
But it's our command, yeah, but like I don't do them. I receive command received, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. I'm not a very good slave. Next one is called
it's my anime list.
It's a link to Helk on my anime list. I've read part of Helk, and the beginning is really good. I can't say that it stays good throughout. I thought that it kind of got a little bit rote when... Have you read, Helk?
I had no idea. What's it about? I'm reading the synopsis, and it says Demon King and Hero, and I'm like, this sucks.
Okay, well, there's a demon world, and there's a human world, and... Okay, basically, the demons are the good guys and the humans are the bad guys in this world. That's the gist. But the premise that it starts out in, like, the Demon King has died and the demons need to elect a new king. And the way that they elect a king, they don't elect him. They hold a tournament. And, like, the winner of the tournament becomes the Demon King. And a human has shown up to compete to become the king of the demons. And demons hate humans. But they love this human because the human, every time he wins, he's just, there's a great, like, the Helk's introduction is like he wins this battle in the tournament, and everyone's like, yeah, this mysterious human has shown up to compete to be the Demon King. Humans, we hate humans. Hey, human, why are you here? What do you have to say for yourself? And he like looks directly in the camera and he goes, humans suck. And all the demons go, woo, yeah, we love you. We love Helk. Yeah,
what a cool guy.
Yeah, he is cool. So it starts off pretty funny and cool and good, and then I think at some point it's like Helk and like the demon princess get like transported out of the underworld, and they have to like go on a journey to get back together. And I kind of fell off around that point, so I don't know if it stays good, but I liked the beginning.
Humans suck.
Humans suck. Woo! Yeah, it's like if we Westerners, you know, you and I, we're Westerners. If like we were having like a tournament to decide the next like prime minister of the UK, and it was like a Russian, and everyone's like, "Ooh, we hate Russians," but he's like, "Hey guys, I'm here to say fuck Russia," and everyone's like, "Yeah,
yeah." Oh, Pog, he did the thing.
Oh, he's one of the good ones. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Next one. Well, it's another link to my wiki feed about Ben Saint, and I
don't need to click that again.
Yeah, okay, but there's a voicemail attached, so I bet it's gonna be disgusting. 3, 2, 1, go.
Sound of feet.
I cannot believe this, Ben Saint. There are 2 WikiFeet articles of you.
Why?
The one that you saw was the inferior one. The one that is better is the one that is made by your own very good fan Zugurush. And it has about 40 pictures of your succulent feet.
Oh, God.
And you should look at it. It has a higher rating. I like it 5 stars. I beat up to it every night.
Thanks, Zug. Hey.
Gross.
Hey, Zug, you know what? I gotta apologize to Zug, because Zug bought some RFCK pins, and this must have been like 3 weeks ago now, and it's totally on me. I haven't mailed them yet, but like I got the box right here. I'm gonna put those in the. I just gotta get to the freaking post office. I just gotta get to the post office because I don't want to put them in the mail in an envelope because I know they'll get damaged. They'll definitely get damaged. So I'm gonna send them in a box. I just gotta go to the voice. I just get voicemail. I gotta go to the post office. I like this one. This is my favorite. Are
you looking at your own feet pictures?
Yeah. But look at this one. This is the best one.
Oh, yeah.
Reported for no feet showing. It's the slime and punishment version. Reported for no feet showing.
Fucking feet moderators.
There's something really perverse about the feet thing. The way that it's like, most people don't consider it like sexual, but like some people do, and so it's like you got to collect every instance of a person showing their feet, thinking it's innocent. We got to put it all together.
It's like seeing images of somebody taking pictures through your window. It's like, no, I don't like. It's not that it's a literal invasion of privacy because those videos are public, but it's the reason they're doing it.
It's like, I didn't put this out there to be ogled. I was just trying to entertain you, but in a cool way. Damn, I gotta say, oh man, I look fucking good in this one. I look freaking good in this one. There's no feet. There's no feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you were like, oh, you know what? I really like feet.
Damn, my feet look hot in this one. This is a good picture of me. Okay, well, thanks for showing me that, voicemailers. Okay. Bye. Next one is called there's a
it's a Sonic.
There's an image. Oh god.
Oh wait. Well,
didn't we?
I think this is slightly different from the last time.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Damn! Fought again.
Oh, it's loud.
I guess this is what happens when you pour out your heart. You get stabbed right in the BRRRAPS. I would be lying if I said I wasn't heartbroken. This cursed pain inside, just like the darkness within. Oh, how it burns. I guess Ben Saint will never smile upon the wretched heart of a man like me. Ooh, sniff. Ooh, can't believe it. It's over. He will never love me. I should just end it all. Put me out of my big fucking misery.
No.
Unless, if only there was a lovely little dame on this here PC tree.
That would solve everything.
A cute little girl with the cutest.
Yeah.
No.
Is that a give and take I hear? Lovely little lady Gib. She's not so bad after all. Sniff, sniff. Sniff. Yes, that's it. She has the burp. She has the burp.
I don't even understand what noise that is.
I mean, it's in the image. It's the
BRRRAPS.
text.
When I see it written out BRRRAPS, I think it's like supposed to be like a belch, but this guy like actually pronounces it like BRRRAPS. BRRRAPS. It's like what noise is that?
It's terrible. It's terrible, is what it is.
It's hideous. It's hideous, heinous, horrible, vile, disgusting, despicable. We gotta censor it. We gotta censor it, but not.
Yeah,
actually.
Eleazar,
don't actually
put bleeps over every BRRRAP.
Bleeps over the BRRRAPS. Put the bleeps, put the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps on the craps. The BRRRAPS. Okay. Next one is called Ben's Regrets. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, indeed. Give and Take does have the BRRRAPS. Such cute, such lovely BRRRAPS. You know, I think that that Nocturne guy wasn't so bad after all.
Fucked up.
Perhaps I was too hard on him. Maybe
it's not quite right.
Maybe I should have given him a chance, you know, but it's too late now. That Nocturne, that dashing BRRRAP hog, has moved on. He'll always be the one who got away.
That's not quite right. It's not quite me. It's like 3/4 of the way there. 5/8 even. 7/10.
Why does the AI takeover have to be BRRRAP related?
Okay, the next one is an image. I can't wait to see what it looks like on my screen. Ben Saint, he's unaware. Can Visa and MasterCard really block you? Never heard of such a thing. Josh Moon, owner of Kiwi Farms, banned from payment processing, banned from DDoS protection, banned from having a P.O. box.
Lol. Get owned.
Really? Okay. Well, banned from how are you banned from having a P.O. box? Like by the American government? Like the American government is like, hey, post offices do not allow this person to have a P.O. box.
But how do they... A P.O. box is not a person's home address, it's just like a thing. It's like
banned
a
from
place.
Banned from DDoS protection, I don't even know what that means. What form of DDoS protection? And banned from payment processing, is it just that like frickin' Visa and MasterCard know your social security number and they can identify you by that, and they are just like, this don't service this social security number. I mean, I suppose I suppose I believe that it can happen. I just don't think. I guess I just want to know why. Like, if that's true, why would Dick Masterson have had that happen to him? Why would Josh Moon? Is Josh Moon like a criminal? Is he a felon?
Yeah, I mean, owning Kiwi Farms makes you a real shitty person, but I don't actually know if he did.
Yeah, but it's not
a specific crime thing.
Is it? I mean, I just don't believe that, like...
Was it about the Keffels situation? I can't remember what happened with that. I vaguely heard about it. That Keffels is instrumental somehow in getting Kiwi Farms taken down.
Yes, but I don't know if that's related to banned from payment. Okay, is Josh Moon banned from payment processing, or is Kiwi Farms banned from payment processing? Like, that's a different... That's different.
Also, where are you getting this information? Is Josh Moon saying it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Does he have the accurate understanding of the situation? Because it seems weird that you can't have a PO box, and how do they even make sure that's the case?
Yeah, it does seem weird. I guess I would like to see more about it, because, yeah, my first thought is like, there's no way. There's no way you can't walk into a post office. Like, I'm sorry, but I feel like for the government to be like, don't give this person a PO, like, you'd be a criminal. Like, you would be like a felon and wanted, and they would arrest you on sight. Like, if it's that to the point that, like, do not allow this person to make a personal PO box. There's no fucking way. That's my gut. That's what my gut says. So I'm just gonna trust it. No evidence, please. Next one is called PCP episode 500.
It's gonna be... okay.
3, 2,
AI
1.
stuff.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to the Procrastinators podcast. I'm the best guy ever, and today is a very special day.
Sounds deep.
We have reached
Sounds
the end
deep.
of the journey, my friends. That's right. We have reached the end of One Piece.
I can't believe it. Oda pulled it off.
Indeed, he did. Let's go around.
That's perfect.
I'm Gigi Brony. I make analysis videos about my little pony and anime.
I'm Applejack. I work at Sweet Apple Acres. I sell apples and apple
I can't believe
pie
Applejack's on the
accessories.
PCP.
Patreon.com/BenSaint, SaintComics.com.
And introducing officially our newest member of the podcast, Dr. Wolf.
I'm happy to be here.
All right, where should we get started?
Just a heads up, I haven't kept up with One Piece since your lecture.
Shame.
Well, I really like the ending. The twist during the last arc were incredible.
I gotta say, the One Piece being a giant pizza was the last thing I expected.
Based Goda strikes again.
Everyone knows that pizza parties are always a good time.
Indeed.
Taboo!
So the One Piece, the entire island of Raftel
Is that
was
Taboo?
actually just one pizza.
I think.
So we had
I
the
thought that
Straw
was
Hats,
Rebel Taxi.
Blackbeard, Law, Doflamingo, the Marines, and the Admirals all having a pizza party. But then Jewelry Bonnie and Big Mom decide they're going to eat all the pizza. They're going to eat the entire island. So we have the Straw Hats fighting Bonnie and Buggy versus Big Mom. And then
Speaking of Buggy,
yeah,
he gave me an idea.
What?
I'm thinking about getting a part-time job as a clown.
But Ben, isn't that already your job?
It's just the no enthusiasm in Nate's voice as he says that.
Isn't that already your
This is great. What a great lineup.
That was a real humdinger of a voicemail.
Oh, you know what? AI would be funnier.
I feel like Voice Grail. Voice Grail for PCP episode 500.
Yeah, that's a good one. Applejack, part of the team, finally.
And what did she say? And I'm Applejack. I'm just happy to be here. Yeah, you know, in the good timeline, you know, Digi Brony continued making pony videos, and you know, got married to Applejack.
Based.
And she joined the PCP. Damn.
So was that Davu or?
I think it sounded like Davu. Was that? Oh, I guess the giant pizza. They all had a pizza party. Was that a?
I think it might have been like Rebel Taxi or Pan Pizza.
I honestly don't even know what Pan Pizza sounded like, even though I literally was on his podcast and spoke to him. I don't remember. But lol.
I mean, neither do I really. But like, this is all I could imagine. If they're talking about pizza party.
First of all, you're insane. You're out of your freaking gourd, because they hadn't even mentioned the pizza party joke at that point. So it would be weird to introduce Pan Pizza before. I mean, yes, they had mentioned the pizza, but they had not said pizza party. And so it was a pretty far leap to pizza party podcast. So I don't know. It would be weird comedic timing to introduce the joke of having Rebel Taxi talk there. Also, I mean, this is supposed to be the PCP. So yeah, I would just, yeah.
Oh, the new guy was Dr. Wolf.
The new guy was yeah.
So the person who spoke was someone else, or maybe
they didn't introduce them. They didn't introduce them or mention them at all. So I guess it's not clear. I heard it and I was like, oh, it's Davu. But I don't know.
Fucking.
What can I say?
Dr. Wolf didn't even have anything to say about One Piece.
Yeah, didn't he? He was just like
brand new guest, like new
thanks
member.
for having me. Yeah.
He's really got to work hard to like get like integrated into the group.
Yeah. He's really pulling a Jeff. And just being just sloppy.
I wonder if like they don't have enough like material for me to make an AI voice.
You weren't even there.
No, maybe I left at that point. I left the PCP by 500.
There was bad blood between you and Dr. Wolf. You had beef. So.
Yeah. They decided, group decision, we're kicking you out because you won't work with Dr. Wolf, and we need Dr. Wolf on the show.
Mm-hmm.
He's integral.
He's instrumental to our business model going forward. You're expendable, Gib. I'm sorry. it's you or him.
Fine, I'll leave. I'll start my own podcast with Fluttershy.
Mm-hmm. And Vriska.
Yes.
And Anthony C. And Nolan B. And Nolan B. And Nolan B. of the Pizza Party podcast. This was before the scandal, so it was okay back then.
And Sargon of Akkad. Everybody's together.
Yes, I love Sargon. I love him. Did you see him saying that if you play the new Harry Potter game, you have swag?
No.
He's so cool.
What a cool thing to say.
What a very cool thing to say. I love little baby games for little baby children. So sexy. Okay. Next one is called Congaluja.
Like Hallelujah, but with Donkey Kong?
Congaluja. Yeah, I guess so. It's a Vokaroo. Let's freaking go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Donkey Kong, you know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. His gun can fire in spurts and he can shoot you.
Isn't it Diddy Kong's gun that fires in spurts?
And Donkey Kong 64 he's got a gun.
Faster, stronger to the leader of the DK crew, the Baffle Kong, performing Kong-Hallelujah, 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 Kong-Hallelujah,
Wow,
That
some
was
real
wonderful.
Some real production on that, yeah. Love. Trans rights, Donkey Kong.
It's exactly what Donkey Kong would do with his Kong gun. He would fire hormones in spurts.
He would fire in spurts on Congress. Oh my god, Congress. Oh my fucking god. Next one is
it's a Dropbox link.
Dropbox. Oh, hang on, I gotta download that last one. There we go. What is this? Okay.
Whoa, hang on.
Uh-oh.
This is a comic.
I don't like content. Oh, it is a comic.
Chapter 1, ? Revive. Or revive.
Ah, yes. Very good. Chapter 1, ? Revive. Oh, whose art style is this?
I don't actually recognize it.
I'm not. Is it new?
No.
No.
There's no giant tits, and also I can tell the style is different.
Yeah. Should I read through this?
Yeah.
Okay. Like breathing. Ugh, shit. Did I actually die to that nose guy? Fuck. Well, I guess he can get off my ass about stealing them now. Scrolls, yes. Ugh, piss. Where the hell am I? Did somebody ask for help?
Oh, you did the help command.
Oh, help. Oh, okay.
PCPHQ, aka Podcast Death Furnace, endless episodes.
Holy shit. Well, you want to? I say no. I say no.
Welcome to PCPHQ, home of the Pro Crastinators. If you're a member, you can create content by recording an episode. At Ben tried recording in an unauthorized zone. Members can only record saliva in my mouth. Record in the current hashtag episode channel. The current hashtag episode is 348. Is that this one? I think that's this one.
Yeah, it is.
You are holding 33 there's the item value. Wet scroll 1, tape recorder 1, cassette 30, vape 1, flip phone 1, katana 1.
That's all I need, baby. Equip vape. Well, I guess I should @Gib or something. @Gib, hey, you still in that hallway with the...
It sniffed my tits off. What the fuck?
Patreon.
Wait, maybe it is new.
I think it is. Yeah, the style looks a little different, but this is a continuation.
I forgot where it was last time. My epically fat memories are gone.
Yeah, it's been a while since my epically fat. No, they're normal boob size now. No. Large nose man defeated. Wait, where?
Patreon in the pupils.
Hang on.
I can't remember.
My boob. Why do I look like I? Is this a continuation of that last one? Because I am a human, a normal, and by a human I mean a male.
Yeah, there's a. I can't remember. Where was the last one? Did I save it?
I remember we were in like BRRRAPS had showed up and we were in some kind of. Wait a minute. Are both of these links the same?
Oh, this is in PNG form? Same thing, but in PNG?
Wait a minute. Oh, the next one is... I think the next one just shows this. You should hurry up and buy the domain perfectcomic.party. I commented this already, but of course it was deleted for no reason.
Oh, no.
Why do comments disappear like that? Perfectcomic.party is a pretty good idea, actually. I wonder how much it would be.
I'll have a look.
Actually, I kind of forget how to like do that. It's been like so many years since I bought saintcomics.com.
I can't remember my fucking accounts for my domain thingy. I'll have to figure that out. Every single time I log into anything, I always forget my password because it's just never it's never in my head.
Man, we got some cool listeners.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was really appreciating how good some of these messages we get every dang week are.
Have we given like a voice grail to New for the comics? I don't know that we have.
God, if not, it would be a disgrace to the honored institution of the voice grail, to its sanctity.
Posthumous, as in like for the previous comics and this one, I think voice grail is deserved.
Sure, if it hasn't already been. Must have. Although I don't know if we've actually maintained the list in a while. I thought I did. A while back I thought I updated it.
Okay, so the idea is that you died from the nose thing. You revived.
And now I just look like this?
And now...
Why did I look like that before?
Because, I don't know. But that's how the large nose man was defeated. He sucked my boobs away, and he got too fat and he died.
Oh, those are your huge boobs shoved in its nostrils. I see.
Oh
okay.
My god!
Oh god! I
thought those were his eyes, and the picture was like the pupils, but no. Oh god!
No, I see. That's really
this is freaky.
I'm gonna throw up. Nobody draws a big sack of fat and skin like New. Really,
Truly.
There's talent on display there.
We got one more voicemail.
Oh right. Were you gonna look? Did you not look up Perfect Party Comic?
Oh yeah, it's just I have a Hover account, and I forgot my details.
All right, we'll look into it later. But we should do that like this week, though.
Yes,
like before this episode comes out. Okay,
right,
the next
one is an Imager.
The last one.
I don't know what this is.
CC comments on the Riku is gay video saying no shit. Ah, come on, you can't just assume.
I didn't know.
You need a 6-hour video explaining it to you. Oh,
it's not like it's gay as in like haha gay. It's like
no, like
it's a romantic love story. Like Kingdom Hearts is a romantic gay love story, and Riku is the guy.
What do they say about Kairi then? Then what of Kairi?
The thing that's funny is that Kairi is like kind of the love triangle is not for Kairi's affection, it is for Sora's affection, and Kairi and Riku are like both trying to win Sora's heart. That's sort of the way it's framed, and it's like that makes so much more sense.
It does. At some point, it does seem like Sora is more interested in finding Riku.
Like even when he finds Kairi, there's a scene like deconstruction where like he finds Kairi and he's like, "Oh hey Kairi," like at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. It's like we found you, but then Riku's here. And he's crying. He's like, "Oh my god, Riku!"
I can't believe it. Yeah.
It's funny, and Kairi's there. It's like, okay.
Well, it was because like Riku was like in Dark World, because like Riku was in like more danger.
Yeah,
right?
But also,
but yeah.
So this last voicemail is just a picture.
I think it's just a picture of a
apron.
gummy bear apron. You know,
it's pretty cool apron, I guess.
It's pretty good. I mean, I'd rather be worms. I prefer the gummy worm to the gummy bear. You know, I made a test batch of low sugar gummies because I was thinking, what if I wanted to sell these? I was thinking like, do they last on the shelf? And I made some, and I kept them in a little tub, a little sealed container, like something I might sell them in. And I was disappointed because they're very soft. Like they're quite soft. On the shelf at room temperature, and that's a bummer. They kind of like stick together when you try to get them out of the bag. And it's too bad because I know how to make them firmer, but it makes them taste worse. So there's an unfortunate trade-off there. But I might have to make it. Yeah. That's all I have to say about that. They're delicious though. They're guava flavored. They're light green guava. Just a little soft. They kind of like fall apart if you pull on them even a little bit. That's the last voicemail.
All right.
Let me refresh to see. Did we get any new ones? Nope. No last minutes.
Okay, thank you for listening.
I guess we're done for the week. 3 hours, respectable. You know what? It's reasonable, healthy.
It's normal. People
Pretty
asking
normal.
for 5 hours, it's funny because of how stupidly long that is.
God, in 5 hours, I could almost explain to you why Riku is gay. Like that's the scale. Like that, yeah. Is 3 hours? 3 hours is long for a podcast. Like I don't think most podcasts run that long. I think
Some
most
podcasts
maybe
are
run
25
like an hour.
minutes.
Yeah. So you know we're really providing the value here on this free YouTube channel. Okay, well I guess anything else before we sign off?
Go to twitch.tv/giveandtake to catch the next Fire Emblem stream. I'm going to be doing them on Saturdays. I might do them more often if I have a hankering for them. But yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess while you're there, maybe go to twitch.tv/SaintComics. I do intend to start doing more Mega Man again. Probably, I'm thinking Mondays and Fridays are what I would like to do. Those are days I have free, so that's what I'm thinking. And I'll fucking see ya in hell, fuckers.
See ya in hell. Perfect Comic Party coming soon.
Yeah. Alright, bye.
Alright, bye. Yo.